heckin' gosh.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to give this a go.
We went through all of this heckling, and then we came upon this. We made some headway with Andreja, who stopped being rebellious whenever we, incentivized her to assist us through some minor manipulation with a little forcefulness from the fact that we have a contract and own her. We had an amicable conversation.
Oh, and she is physically harmed if she says anything negative about you.
I love it. Can it be like a spanking sound every time it?
No, it's just she starts. I shudder to say this because of the direction you might take it, but she starts getting choked if she says anything negative about you.
Yeah. It's like a dream come true.
I thought it was gonna be like an electric shock collar thing, gives her a little jolt.
He gets force choked.
Yep, should have thought that one through. But no, you noticed that like you saw almost it looked like spectral hands like cutting off her airway as she insulted you.
Good. Perfect. Okay.
But anyways.
Would you like me to?
The regret in his voice.
I mean, we can just make it a team effort.
Alright, so here's what we had happen. So what happened was, after a long duration that Lucas has been trying to track down the sword of Zariel because he has a contract with the Devil Bell, he's been finally able to get it when we made a deal with the Black Broker. During that time frame, we were trying to get some actual information, more pertaining to like the Book of Vile Darkness or anything else to do with what's the dude that owns the Book of Vile Darkness? His hand knife Vecna. There it is. We were trying to actually get more information, things like that. In the process, we were able to finally get the Sword of Zariel. We had what's his face with us, Azrael Blazemark, who was assisting us. Once we got that, Lucas teleported everybody to the first layer of hell, which is Avernus. Now, just to get a quick little recap of the politics of Avernus, it's run currently by the fallen angel Zariel, and her second in command is an archdevil named Bel. The two hate each other passionately. Can't stand each other. We found out that Bel made a deal with Lucas to return the Sword of Zariel, which would try to convince her to leave, because then she'll try and return to her grace and go back to heaven, which will put Bel back in charge. Lucas's fiance and him are both slaves to Avernus. This is the only way for him to possibly get freed to be able to have, his freedom, really, by trying to get Bel back put back in charge. Came to Avernus, we were seeing in the middle of the Blood War. The Blood War is the war that's been going on for thousands of years between devils and demons. We ended up getting to basically a arms dealer that sells vehicles named Carson Fierro. We made a deal with him where we promised him that he'd be able to leave Avernus. We'd be able to get on the way out. We don't really know the way it is yet. Made some dealings. We ended up getting a vehicle. We ended up taking it to the marketplace where the... with backwards hands, what are they called?
Mahadi, and he is a Rakshasa.
Yeah, the Rakshasa Mahadid. We talked to him. We also bought a flying elephant that used to belong to Zariel that lost its memories but is getting it back. We bought Andreja, who is the warlock that we just talked about. Met with Mahadin. We found out that he is actually an agent of Asmodeus, who rules all the layers of hell. He rules the 9th layer, which makes him the most powerful of all the devils.
He's also a god.
There you go. Then Unga made a deal with him that basically said, hey, he already made a deal, sold his heart, which has now been replaced with the Eternium engine. Then he made a deal with Madine directly to Asmodeus, saying that he would become a hell paladin and would basically swear his fealty to being a soldier of the Blood War, on the terms that we would be able to get safe passage to the flying citadel that would be landing at a certain designated time, such as where Zariel's currently at, because we're trying to get the sword to her. So then we left there, and we were trying to go on our way where Mahadin would be able to direct us to where the Citadel would be landing next, but it's guarded by a bunch of flying Valkyries, Hell Valkyries, whatever they're called. I can't remember what their name. Those are actually called Arinyas. There you go. But on the way, we end up getting ambushed by a powerful vampire and her crew that is trying to basically get our sword. We don't know if they have any ties in with this whole Levistus and the cult of vampires and all that stuff, but we just know that there's a pissed off super vampire that has been trying to track us down. That's it. We got ambushed. Car got flipped. All the other NPCs that are not important to the fight got just knocked unconscious because there's too many people to get on the board to try and keep track of otherwise. And so we ended up putting up Anna put up a wall of fire. Azrael put up a force cage that one of them strapped in. Neston ended up making some moonbeam to be able to just wreck these guys. And all that's left now is one spellcaster and the super powerful vampire chick herself. And this is just while we're still on the way to try and get to the flying city before Zariel touches down, so we can actually get through there to try and get to her.
And to clarify, where the Iron Citadel is touching down is actually at a location, an artificial landmark known as Kochki's Maw, where a very powerful demon lord, in fact, the demon lord over giant kind, is currently imprisoned there, and it's named after him, his name being Kochki. Also, that being said, the vampire that you are currently in combat with now, you gained her attention after a mission near the very beginning of the campaign, from the first time that you went to Falthanzia, and you went to some Elven ruins. That is when she became interested in you, as she has made clear.
Yeah, we talked about it might be some stuff with the cult of Levistus vampire thing that we knew was going on. I referenced it. I just didn't reference it in that detail.
No, I mean, that was as good or better than I could have hoped for, so bravo.
All right, I'm going to get my point of inspiration back because that's what I burned on last time.
Do what?
So I'm going to get my point of divine inspiration back because that's what I used the last time. No, I was kidding.
Even you saying all of that, I still don't remember it. So I'm really going to have to get into it.
I'll put it this way. I feel more caught up to speed after that, so...
This is how my brain works, guys. I have to live with this every day.
Well, either horrible or amazing.
I mean, I know what it's like to live with ADHD. I get it. I hyperfixate.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start asking if I can make history checks so that I can find out if I'm supposed to know what in the hell is going on. Because as a player, I don't know. As a character, maybe I do, maybe I don't.
Well, so that's the point of what your guide is that I sent to you. It's supposed to bridge the gap between character knowledge and player knowledge. So if you ever have a question, you can at least reference basic information on that. All right, well, let's get to the game.
You sent him the book? Okay.
Yeah, well, in a PDF. He wasn't special and got a physical binder like the rest of the
units.
units.
I'm fine with a PDF. I prefer that, actually.
All right.
Well, everybody else got a PDF and a binder.
An actual binder. Both. Yeah.
But all right, let's get to the game. So, I forgot to hit loop on the song, but it is actually, we ended it at the end of a round, so it is top of the round with Anand's turn being up first.
Oh, where's the map and what's happening?
The map right here.
Player token.
Yeah, but like what he said.
Double click the right. Look at the right hand of your character sheet. Double click that right hand token. Player token.
Yeah, what he said. That's literally, I couldn't find the map, so that was exactly how I did it. Just clicking on one of you guys' character sheets and doing that.
Did you find it that way, or did you just open up the link?
I opened it.
Hey, wait, what's with the medals in here? It's giving, apparently, Anand, you have a gold medal next to your name for whatever reason. Is this like keeping track of damage accrual or something?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see a gold medal?
It's in the chat box.
For me, I do. I see a gold medal next to Anand's name.
I don't see a gold medal.
It's in.
Gold medal
Yeah, it's in the chat box.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I see it.
They did a big update to Fantasy Grounds over the last month, so who knows everything they changed. All right.
I don't know what that is.
Huh. Oh.
It's probably just marking its turn.
All right. So, what is that line that's on the screen?
That's a wall of fire.
I have a wall of fire active still. And
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and my shield is doing it, so it's holding concentration on its
Your
own.
shield
I
can
don't
hold
have-
its own concentration.
Yes. Okay, I do remember that. So it's my turn again. And who else we got here? All of those are our people.
So the vampire spellcaster is in a force cage and a moonbeam and in the fire, so they're getting kind of roasted. And then we have Lady Vancel Marcelon, who's like the main baddie of this situation.
Ah, the one who's surrounded by everybody.
Yes.
Hold
Does
on,
everybody?
real quick
What?
though, Marte. Independent of you, you did not make this happen. You have no control over this whatsoever. You notice your shield begin to glow as you start to feel it a little bit, but not enough for it to affect you, but enough for you to pick up sort of what's going on. You feel this intense fear begin to wave over you, begin to wash over you. It's not enough to compel you to do anything. I say that because you are not suffering from the frightened condition. That's the point I'm trying to make. But
Okay.
Is the devil in his shield trying to bust loose?
No. I need to make some wisdom saving throws for vampire spellcaster and for the vampire chick.
Okay.
Let's just say there are two versions of this item box, of basically of this item block, and you have a smaller version than I have in front of me. So suddenly this vampire spellcaster just becomes crippled with fear. The vampire spellcaster is now suffering from the frightened condition.
Cool.
What are the jams? Did I just
They're
turn
Oh yeah,
that
pl-
why
off?
did it?
it's playing. It's just playing this weird, like, ambient, just noise. It's not really
It's just
music.
playing music up until this point.
No, it's just playing like some spooky background sound, like just wind blowing kind of a thing.
We'll just use this one then. But anyway, you may take your turn. I just you notice the shield seemed to act completely independently.
Why?
It just did.
Can I? Hey, why are you doing stuff?
Doesn't respond.
It doesn't respond.
Doesn't respond.
It's my shield.
Doesn't respond.
Okay. Whatever. I'll fireball the shield too. Let's see. So Miss Chick is in the spell. She's in the cage. What debuffs are on her because of the cage again?
Well, so that's right. She is in a perfectly 5-foot square cage. So that just means I'm gonna say, just for argument's sake, that she does have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws if you can get something through that cage, because it is a force cage. Because I mean, she doesn't have enough room to move adequately. So I will say that I'm not going to give like advantage on attack rolls, because while she technically can't move, you also have to contend with the bars while you're attacking her. So to me, it seems like it would just kind of level itself out.
Okay. She is she in the wall of fire as well?
No, the one who is in the wall of fire is the vampire spellcaster. She is simply just force caged.
So Lady Marcelona is force caged, but Voss the Deceiver.
No. The vampire spellcaster is in the force cage.
And Voss is currently flying about 25 feet in the air, so he's not under the... He's literally right over it. So I mean, he definitely doesn't want to fall, but he's in the air over the wall of fire.
And Lady Vincel doesn't have anything going on with her. No debuffs or anything, man. She's not in the cage. It's the other spellcaster that is.
Okay. I understand.
And the other spellcaster is also now frightened, as well,
Frightened.
but she succeeded.
Cool. How do I want to do this? I am going to rise up into the air. And I'm going to cast Disintegrate at Lady Vincel.
Seems
All right, do it.
overkill.
Seems legit, right?
That seems overkill. Monster.
Wow, she's there. She's there.
I mean, you can't argue with that logic.
And it's a level 7 because my my level 6 slots are gone.
I'm trying to think here about something.
And it is because I can change the damage type. I'm gonna make it Fuego. Wait, no,
So,
we're in Hades.
Marte, I'm gonna have
What?
you do a thing real quick. Roll me an intelligence check. I know you technically don't have to make an attack roll for this, but she is perfectly encased within a force cage. I want to see how good your
No,
beam is.
Lady Vincel is what he said.
I'm shooting Lady Mansell.
She's the one in the force cage. Is she
No,
not?
my God, we should have covered this. Lady Vincel, not in the force cage. Vampire Spellcaster is in the force cage.
That's why there's the circle on the map.
Well, that circle is a moonbeam.
Yes. Oh, okay. I'm going to point an arrow to clear this up. Arrow pointed at the person in the force cage, in the moonbeam, in the fire, and was frightened. They're having a bad day.
That guy should be smoked.
Okay. I don't know why I was remembering that Lady Vincel was in the force cage. Okay.
So I can roll the intelligence check.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I was rolling to see whether you'd nick the force cage and destroy it with the disintegrate. That's what I was doing.
Okay. I got you.
But I'm just gonna have her make a regular saving throw then, since she's not in the force cage. I don't know if that changes what you would have wanted to do, but that was my misunderstanding.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's cool. No, I'm not. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm blasting her with it.
All right. Ooh, that definitely a success. I rolled very well. But doesn't she still? No, she doesn't take half.
Silvery barbs. Oh, well, he's got it then.
Do it again.
You sure you have more of those things?
Can I use a luck point?
I have not used that yet. I have been
You haven't?
using mine where I could. No, I've been using the one where I could just choose for her to fail. I'm using the normal one this time.
The first one that you got, the weaker one that you got at
Yes,
like level
I'm using
5
the
or
weaker
something.
one. So do
All
it
right,
again.
so she just has to roll again. And no, you cannot use luck for that. It's not pertaining to you, and also you can only make, like, you can't make somebody re-roll one of their saving throws. That is a 19. What's your DC?
Oh, I think it's only
Cunning
like
word.
17. I doubt it's 19.
No, I don't think it's 17. I think it's 18. But either way,
Did I hear somebody say cutting words or whatever?
That's what I was looking for. I was like trying to remember how that works again.
I will silvery barbs.
You're gonna silvery barber.
Silvery
Silvery
barbs.
barble.
make sure you're marking
Yes.
off the slots.
I am.
Yeah.
I got plenty. Oh, actually, I put it down as a meta magic point. No, I'm taking a spell slot. There we go.
All right, so I roll. That just means she rolls again, right?
Yeah.
Literally the exact same roll.
All right, so this is what's gonna happen. Julius decides that she fails.
So does he get more of those back?
Julius has the exact same abilities as Anon does.
I'm aware of that, but with him being a simulacrum, does he get those back?
It's not a spell. It is an ability.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
And it's not. There's no limit to it. I just gain a level of exhaustion each time I use it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Are you sure that simulacrums can clear exhaustion?
I don't know. I've never had a debate whether a simulacrum. I can make him go to sleep.
Yeah, I think it's just a condition, so they probably would. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure.
Also,
So
Marte,
I'm not gonna waste a level 7. What?
or sorry, a nod.
Just get that on your level up.
What?
That ability. I thought that if
No,
never mind.
no, I had that already.
yeah.
Okay.
A nod.
What?
You get advantage on your next roll because of your silver barbs. I'm passing the advantage to you.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, roll your damage.
Hurry up there. All right. Sorry, missing. Oh, that's because I unchecked it, so it disappears. Forgot the spells disappear when I uncheck them.
And just checking to, refresh my memory on something. Does anybody else have any active spells up right now aside from the Moonbeam and the Wall of Fire?
I don't think that I did.
How do I roll the damage for this at level 7? Because it's level 6 on here without having to do it manually.
You
Disintegrate's
just
a level 6,
drag
though.
the dice, and while you're left-clicking the dice to drag it, right-click one time to upcast.
Okay, so. Oh, sweet. Yay. Okay, I didn't think it would work. It's so
Yep,
basic.
you just
All right.
right-click
So
for
that-
every level you
There you go.
upcast.
78 points of damage.
Holy hell! All right.
Shoot.
You always gotta love that disintegrate with the plus 40. It's just a guarantee you're gonna get a nice
It's
chunk of
just
damage in there.
guaranteed ouch. If it hits, it's just a guaranteed ouch.
Right in the back. Over the wall of fire. That's what's beautiful.
And she audibly winces and shouts with pain as that hits her. As you notice her robe off her back just melt.
Good.
She's not naked, but yeah. With visible bleeding and reddened skin underneath. Yeah, that hurts a lot.
Good.
Even for somebody like her.
That's what she gets for engaging.
All right. Well, Anand, it is now Anand number 2's turn.
Yes. Do I, or is that the end of their turn that I roll the wall of fire damage?
Believe it's the end of their turn. Yeah, because the trigger is when it's either when they start their turn or end their turn, but I'm pretty sure it's start, I want to say.
Okay.
I'll look it up. We can go and go.
All right.
But either way, it's based on their turn.
Now it's a non-junior's turn. He's gonna do something a little more simple.
There's the wall for the first summer. Ends its turn there.
When they end their turn, okay.
I could have, and I know we're gonna have this conversation from last time. Don't. He's supposed to have an object, and he never got it. Something to cast spells with.
So I remember what it was. You wanted him to have your wand of technomancy.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Okay. That actually would make sense.
If you would like, I can put that in Julius's inventory for you.
I almost thought he gave the wand of technomancy to me because I have one, unless I have an extra one.
Well, there was already 2 kind of floating around.
That's why
Lucas
somebody
had
gave
one
them
as
to me.
well.
Yeah.
I was gonna give it to somebody else, but they said they were just gonna sell it, so I kept it.
Yeah, I have one on my simulacrum.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's a good place to put it.
Like, Sean, do you still have your wand of technomancy?
No, I gave it to them, so they have it.
They have it? Okay.
Yeah, I think
that's
he
what I
think
thought.
he gave his to me. That's what it was.
All right. Well, Julius is now in possession of one wand of technomancy, which is good for him to have something like that because while his spell slots don't regenerate on a rest, that actually does.
That does.
So,
yes. All right. So he is going to. Does it add the spells to my list? I just.
I don't believe it does, but you can do that relatively easily by just here. You know, I can. Well, no, don't do it that way.
So,
I want to.
I'm not gonna do it yet. Oh, okay.
So just cast it from there, and we'll do it later.
Is Lady Vancel wearing armor?
She is wearing robes, not metal armor.
Voss the Deceiver wearing armor?
Me? Are you asking if I'm wearing armor?
No.
I thought you said Voss the Deceiver. I'm Voss the
did.
Deceiver.
That's why I'm
I did. I'm
confused.
sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, bro, that would have been
Attack me,
hilarious if I
bro.
would have cast it on you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you can totally
Sorry.
heat battle your teammate.
What about
Gavin will love that.
what about Vampire Spellcaster? Any armor, or is it just robes?
So, I mean, like, he has jewelry. He has an amulet on his neck. Like, they have jewelry that are technically made of metal. I know where you're going with this.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast a lightning bolt at him.
All right, so stuck inside of
dex.
moonlight, in a wall of fire, and now a lightning bolt.
Yes. It's just a regular lightning bolt. I don't know what the DC is out of the
You know, this
line.
is like that scene from the first season of Pokemon where Team Rocket was getting hit by Charmander's flamethrower on top of Pikachu's Thunderbolt at like the same time.
Yeah.
This is like that.
This
All right,
is
yeah.
fair.
He makes a dex save, so
With disadvantage.
yes indeed. With disadvantage, that is a 16. I already know what your DC is. That's a failure.
That is 27 points of lightning damage.
Oucherino. Hey, Sean, when do they take damage from the moonbeam? Is it at the start of their turn?
I think it's in their turn, just like the wall of fire.
Okay. But the idea is that would keep him from regenerating since it's radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all were me, would you have positioned yourself in a way that it would go through the Vampire Spellcaster, through Hoongan, through Lady Vansell, and through Molly?
You should have definitely hit Ungen.
Yeah, I don't know that one going too well.
I think Ugin's almost dead.
No, I think he's rather arrogant about his 32 to 33 AC.
That's right.
Let's just say I've gotten some very creative ideas about heat metal.
And with that, I will end my turn.
All right. Yeah, not a bad turn. Not at all. So he starts his turn. So it's when they end their turn, correct? Let's see. Can he even do anything?
You got it.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna try. It's probably not gonna work, but here's what I'm gonna try.
He's also frightened, if that matters. I don't know.
That just means he has disadvantage on attack rolls as long as the source of his fear is within his sight, which that would be your shield, so it is, and that he cannot willingly move any closer to you. But that doesn't affect what he's about to try to do. So, Anand, he is casting a spell.
Good for him.
Unless you have something to say about it, make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm eating pound cake. We'll go ahead and counterspell it.
What?
Oh yeah, you did just have a turn. That's right.
I have abilities.
Spell
slots. I have counterspell.
Does it take your reaction to get them to re-roll that thing?
Ooh, that's a fair question. I think it does, actually. Hold on. But Anand, you
We're gonna brush our teeth first.
We both
Bye.
used it, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Actually, no, I don't have.
Bring her back.
You're right. I don't.
Leave that box. I mean, come on.
All right, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, I can give him a.
I have advantage because of
Yeah, he has advantage on his next saving throw, and he has proficiency in wisdom saves, being a wizard.
Why? Don't worry about it. Go potty.
All right, give me a wisdom saving throw.
First one's a
Go
20.
potty.
Second one's a 16, so we'll go with the 20.
You didn't need the advantage. The 16 was fine. So you feel him. He begins whispering into your brain, "Do my bidding. I must have your power." And as you feel your senses begin to slip for just a moment, and then you think of everything that you're fighting for and everything that would be lost to you if you were to lose yourself and shake off the effects.
Yes. Like, Andrea is mine.
And that was about all I got with that guy. That was about all that I could do. So.
Okay, make a dex save with disadvantage for the wall of fire, and then a constitution save with disadvantage for the moonbeam.
Well, why would the moonbeam be at disadvantage?
Because he's a shape changer, because he could turn into a vampire.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is a shape changer. Well, you mean he can turn into a bat?
Yeah, well, yeah,
mist,
sure.
or
No, maybe
yeah.
he identifies as a bat that shape changes into a vampire. All right, I'm not trying to judge.
Sure.
I'm just trying to.
One way or another. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Disadvantage. So the dex and the con. So that's a dex save of, God, that was horrible, 11, and a con save that wasn't much better, a 14.
I'm not sure what Nussin's DC is, but I'm sure it's above that.
I'm pretty sure it's 18.
Yeah.
So.
Oh.
If he's got a wisdom of 20, it's 18.
Yeah. So he takes that from the moonbeam. And then Anand, whatever he takes from your wall of fire, man.
Yeah, roll your wall of fire damage.
Roll it. Roll it right now. You see my wall of fuego. Gives me shield. Let me make sure the shield doesn't have anything special. Shield of the hidden homie. And then we've got its wall of fire.
Hey.
Just 5d8. Okay. 21 points of fire damage.
All right, not bad. He's holding on, but he's hurt.
And the DC for the shield is 18. That's a pretty good shield.
Yeah. Now it's suddenly making sense to you why the shield can hold its own concentration.
Yes.
All right. Bon, you are up. He's like,
I already
time to shoot things.
Yeah, I know, right? I've already shot my arcane cannon. Oh, man, I forgot.
I think you did.
Yeah, I think I might have. Anyways, it's fine. Oh shit. Okay.
You could potentially.
I'm pretty sure I was
mean,
hidden.
you have the winged boots, don't you?
I do have the winged boots.
So, letting you know, this wall right here is about 20 feet up. You could potentially fly high enough to see over it, or you could move around the corner, whatever you would like to do. Just letting you know how high that is in case that's an option you want to explore.
I feel like moving around the thing will take a lot of my action economy. Yeah, I forgot which gun I had out. Shit. Okay.
I will say if you wanted to shoot over it, just because of the angle of the shot that you would have to make, you would likely have to use all of your movement to fly high enough to have a clear shot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So is there like a plateau on this wall? Like, is it just like flat?
It's pretty much just flat.
Okay.
I mean, not like unnaturally so, but it's not heavily angular or anything.
But so it's just like a 20-foot and then like a tiny mountain.
It's just like a
tiny,
like a 20-foot rock embankment.
Really? Okay. So places I could hide up there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would think probably near the middle you'd be out of line of sight.
No, I couldn't move. after I flew up that though, but I could do it next round. Who's all left? They're not. I don't think there's that many people
Just the
left.
main vampire lady, as well as the vampire spellcaster. And if I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, you were just watching it, I intentionally did not use any of her legendary actions, just so I wouldn't have to keep track when we started this again of how many she has or hasn't used. I'm pretty sure I remember having that thought.
I don't remember. I just know she used one legendary resistance, but
I know that.
I don't recall her ever using a legendary action.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fly all the way up. That's fine. I'm gonna use all my movement, fly all the way up. I'm gonna shoot her with a bad news rifle. I'm still considered hidden, right?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you just, you fly up to a point where you can just see a little sliver of her, but you have sharpshooter, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna hit her with that. I guess I'll do it with the bad news rifle. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Before you roll damage. Hold on. I'm looking at something.
Yeah.
Oh. Nope, never mind. Yeah, I can't do anything. Yeah, roll damage.
Double 7.
And remember, don't forget your sneak attack.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I will say her condition was just changed to bloodied. She is now bloodied. As she looks like she sustained some pretty significant injury from that shot.
And I'm going to use one of my Whales of the Grave. So, Mr. Spellcaster takes half that. Takes 6 points.
Alright, technically that's quartered because it is necrotic. Okay.
Okay. How many? Shit, I have all my good points. So yeah, I'm gonna use a trick shot. I'm gonna steady aim or whatever gives me advantage. I'm also gonna bonus action reload. So that's with advantage, and I'm gonna do the I guess -5 for a +10
for a sharpshooter shot. All right.
Yeah.
Deadeye accuracy sharpshooter.
It's not. No. That's just the.
You used
not
your
the
grit
violent
for a,
shot.
I know, for a deadeye.
No. Deadeye accuracy gives me advantage. Then I'm using the -5 for a +10 to the damage.
Yeah, you're doing deadeye and sharpshooter.
I don't know.
You're doing both. You're
Oh
giving
yeah,
yourself
sharpshooter. Yeah. Yeah. Nah. I know what you're talking about now.
Oh!
This bitch is dumb.
I don't know, with that -5 though.
That's still critical, bro. Don't even start with that.
All right, yeah, not bad. Roll your damage.
Oh yeah, not bad. Hey, she's gonna take a little bit of it.
If only you'd done that on the first shot that had the sneak attack.
I know it. Oh, wait.
Oh, that was a lot of extra damage.
Thing?
No, I don't do that just because it changes the way you have to do things in Fantasy Grounds, and it just adds an extra step.
Okay.
But either way, that worked out better for you because your critical damage was way higher than your initial.
Yeah. Oh,
and
I also get to roll one of those guys.
Do you?
Yeah. Piercer feat, baby.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That one.
So you turn a 1 into a 6. So that
32.
makes that 32, and plus your 10 for a total of 42 damage with that shot.
That's nice.
That
That's a
is
lot.
nice.
Bro, all of that? Wow.
From one shot, too, yeah. And it wouldn't even hit sneak attack shot.
Like, it took me
Yeah.
So
using
that's a
7th
total
level
of
disintegrate
32.
to get that.
That is a total of 74 points of damage you have done across your 2 shots.
Bro, it took me a disintegrate level 7 to get 70-something points of
Welcome
damage.
to rogues, though. I mean,
Good
Yes, sir.
lord. That's absurd.
that's rogues' thing. They're your squishy, stabby, shooty ones. They go down easy, but they can hurt.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what she said.
So I guess that's the end of my turn.
You guess?
Save some
I mean,
bad guys for the rest of us.
There's a reason in pretty much every incarnation of rogues you see across all of fiction, they're always the DPS. Like, I mean, always.
Well, I mean, I could do an action surge.
Don't you get those back on a short rest? Your action
I think
surges?
so. I think so. Yeah.
I think it's what level. You know what level you are? What level fighter? Because I think at low level it's long. I can't remember. I don't play fighters, man. I couldn't tell you.
Starting at level 2, you can push out beyond the normal limits on your turn. A short rest or long rest
Oh, there you go.
before you can use it again. Starting at level 17. Sounds right.
Okay. That you can only do it on a. Okay. Here's Baldur's Gate muddying the rules
sorry,
for me.
no. Starting at level 17, you can use twice before a rest, but only once on the same turn.
Oh yeah, so
So
you can.
So I can get it at a short rest.
Yeah, you get it back on a
I
short
didn't read it
rest.
fully.
So like you might as well.
I might as well, yeah. I mean, action surge.
I need to stop trying to get you guys to kill my bad guys.
Yeah, so I guess I guess for one of my attacks I'll use I'll reload again. I mean that's just I hate doing that, but or you know what? Interact with object. I'm gonna pull out the ionizer. I've used that a little bit. So I'm gonna pull out the ionizer, and I'm gonna shoot him 2 shots with that.
Okay. Do a little lightning.
Yeah. That was so close to being another critical.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, what is she resisting?
It just seems like that lightning is just kind of... It's losing some of its umph whenever it hits her.
Oh, she's a storm sorcerer.
Damn.
No.
Okay.
Cryo sorcerer.
Oh no! It's a little lightning
again.
No. Oh, and I get a grit point back. From a critical.
Yeah, you get 2 grit points back.
Yeah, but I only used 1. Another critical, but it's with the lightning. It sucks.
Well, no, it's just like regular damage, so it's like if you hit.
Yeah, it's like it just does normal damage now.
It's like you did a normal hit, but you get a grip point back.
Yeah, true.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn. And I'll kind of put myself... Oh, I can't see that way. Can you turn shadows off on... Oh, I had to click. Never mind. I can't move. I can't move into the wall. It's not allowing me to move into the wall.
Hold on.
I can't drag my token any farther.
I thought you'd be able to.
It might be that night because of the new update.
It might be. How do I don't know how to turn that off though. I think I might. Okay, hold on. I think I
Or just give my token full access to the map. I don't know. But yeah, that's the end of my turn. Oh, Neston.
Yeah, we'll just move on. Tell you what, if we really want to, we can just like draw a circle that shows where your character is on this thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, since I'm partly covered, since I just basically did that, does that mean I basically full covered from her? She can barely even see me.
Well, no, because you didn't have enough movement left to get to hide again. So
No, I'm
she's
not hiding though. But remember, I said I barely saw the top of her head to shoot her.
sure, but your gun is also very, very loud. That's
Yeah,
the disadvantage of guns. You gave away your position when you took that shot.
Yeah, of course I did. All right, yeah, that's the end of my turn. Right, Neston.
Okay. So just to clarify, so the circle is the sickening radiance?
Yes, it is.
Alright, who is casting that?
That is Lady Vancell, who I should have been having make concentration checks.
That's why I was bringing that up. I just realized that.
So let me.
Oh, you're gonna have to get a high roll.
And it's from the disintegrate at the 77. It's from the 2 crits.
Let's go with this one. Oh well, that's a 15. So I think I'm just gonna say she doesn't have that sickening radiance anymore.
That's cool.
She don't got that dog in her.
Alright, so yeah, there is no sickening radiance.
There's not much Neston actually has for combat, and nobody here is like about to go down, aside for the cat. So he's just gonna use a cantrip, and he's gonna do Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame?
Yep. So I'll roll this on.
Yeah, you can roll it on her if you want.
Yeah, I'll just roll it on Lady Vancell.
As long as it like actually rolls the saving throw, because sometimes. Okay, yeah, that's a success.
God damn, she rolled. Wait, why does it say Constitution? That shouldn't be Constitution. It should be Dex.
What do you mean?
It says Lady.
It did Dexterity. No, so the Constitution saving throw, that was for her concentration check.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay. Yeah, what's up? My gosh, you rolled a 29. Eek. Alright.
Sometimes I've had issues with rolling it directly on them. Like, it'll give them the saving throw as, like, a status ailment, which is weird, but didn't at that time, so that's cool.
Dustin's just gonna be like, okay, I will remove myself from the vicinity, and I will go here. And that's where he's going to hang out. And I'm just going to move, I guess, this up here, so... Excuse me, goodness! Alright, get that out of the way. And that's quick and dirty for Neston. But he's just going to continue maintaining on the moonbeam.
Alright, she is going to use one of her legendary actions, and she is going to make a melee attack at your cat. She hits, rolling a natural 2.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, a cat does not have a ton of armor. And he only has, like, I think 8 hit points left.
Well, she's gonna
7.
basically slice it in half with a lightsaber. Yeah, so she just Anakin Skywalker is this cat.
Not the younglings.
And that's that. And it falls to the ground and disappears in a puff of smoke. No, definitely don't click delete all tokens. There we go. And now it is Ungan, but he's not here, so I guess I'll attempt to take his turn for him, or unless somebody else wants to try.
I'm already playing 4 people. I don't need a 5th.
All right, I'll just do it for him then. I'm just gonna take his turn like a paladin would.
How big are the squares that we're on?
Every square is 5 feet.
So you're saying she's within the range of my the wall of fire?
No.
No.
If that's the case, so is
Fuck.
No, she's. So for a line spell to work, it has to be passing.
No, I think Wall of Fire. Now that he says it, like it goes out 10 feet from the wall.
It goes out.
Does
I will
it?
read. Yes.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think he's right. Yeah, as long as you're within the wall or within 10 feet of the side that you're putting damage out on. So, yeah, Ungan and her have been within.
So, Hungan and her at the end of their turn, take damage from the wall of fire.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Ungan, knowing this, would have moved.
Probably. What to say going forward that can go into effect?
That's the benefit to wall of fire.
So
I thought they had to be like touching the actual wall.
No.
Nope.
Well,
Nope.
definitely, I don't think it changes too much. Just if they end their turn within 10 feet of it now, just know they take damage.
All right. Well, he is just going to. Interesting how he has this set up. Okay. So yeah, he's just gonna attack, and
he's got advantage to flank.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Meow.
Oh yeah, that was almost another nat 20. So he's gonna do, as Brandon would say, he's gonna take some of this. Gonna take some of this. It's like he's here right now. Oh no, he does not have his Fiendish Smite set up right. How has he been doing it? It's not set up right.
You mean his 5th character build in the game he doesn't have set up correctly? What?
Yes.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna do a 2nd level Fiendish Smite. So 3d8 fire. I'll just roll it naturally. How is she with fire? Resistant. All right. So that's an extra 6 points of damage for her. Then he's gonna do one more attack. Another 3d8, and as well as the regular damage on it too. And then an extra 8 from that smite. And that's going to be the end of his turn. All right. It is Voss. And I will say this. She looks quite wounded.
Did she take... She took the damage from the wall?
She hasn't had a turn yet.
Oh, but you might want to move Ungan so he's not within 10 feet. If Ungan doesn't move, he burns.
Oh, right. Yeah, he'll move. He'll just, put himself right there. That way, he's out of it.
That's still within... whatever.
Right there.
Okay.
So it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to move about 10 feet this way. On the, what?
That's just funny. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I don't really do damage. I'm a full support bard, so here comes some healing to, let's see, Molly, Lucas, myself, Hungan, Neston, Lieutenant Bond.
Oh yeah, so like a mass heal word.
It's going to be a 4th level mass healing word.
Nice.
So it's going to be 2d8 plus 5.
2d8 plus 5. Okay, and that heals how many? How many targets can you go after with that?
6.
6. All right. Yeah, roll that dice.
Only had been in time for my cat.
Yeah, you were too late to save the cat.
Oh, sorry, that was a 2d8. No, it's supposed to be a 2d4? Hang on. I accidentally rolled a wrong. It's 2d4.
I'm not hurt.
2d4 plus 5?
Yeah. So 12 healing.
And that is...
My spellcasting modifier is just
Neston, Ungon, Voss, Lucas, and Molly, right?
Yeah, because my spellcasting modifier is just my charisma modifier, right?
Mm-hmm. So everybody erase 12 wounds.
Okay, cool. There we go.
Everybody does get rid of 12 wounds?
Yep.
Everybody that listed, but that's you included.
There are 6 people who are wounded. So. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Well, hold on, because I also got the other guy to control my simulacrum.
Well, that was your bonus action. You can still take an action and pop a shot or something.
Oh, he's not?
Remember, they didn't have enough room for the teleport for the plane ship to bring your simulacrum with you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, then I'm done then.
Oh, you got an action. Mass heal word's bonus.
So cure wounds is an action. Healing word is a bonus.
Yeah, he did mass healing word. So he did a bonus.
Oh, it was mass heal. I thought he did mass cure wounds.
Okay.
No, I did mass healing word.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can still do a cantrip or throw a shot or really whatever you want to do.
You do have some. I mean, yeah, you can do a cantrip, and I think you should have some kind of offensive cantrip options.
Yeah, I do. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that that's a bonus action. Well, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast then on, Lady Vancell then.
I think you get 3 beams, if I remember right.
Yep.
All right, so roll to hit 3 times.
Let's see. What do I roll? That's a D20 to hit, right? Oh, actually, I think I can just select it. Trying to remember how a shortcut to do that. Where do I click on to make to the shortcut to use Eldritch Blast?
Should be under your actions tab.
It's under your actions, and cantrips under your actions tab.
Is it the star next to it?
Oh, there it is. So yeah, you should be able to click a little magnifying glass that should bring down like a drop-down menu.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
You have the agonizing blast invocation, don't you?
Yes, I do. Damn it, that didn't go right. Hold on. I just gotta click it separately.
You gotta.
So we can calculate that. That's a 29, a 14, and a 20.
Oh.
I was just gonna say we could just go with that.
Either way is fine.
Yeah, we're just gonna say that we go with the first one. Unfortunately, because I realize your second set is better, but
yeah, fine.
We're just gonna make that the static rule. We always take the first rolls. So 29, 14, and 20. That is 1 hit.
Oh, really? Only 1 hit? Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, just 1 hit.
For 14 damage.
Okay.
1 hit? A 20 doesn't hit her?
No.
Jesus.
I know in the Gavin's game, it's always a little wonky like that. She's a squishy spellcaster, yet with an AC of 20 and like 1,000 hit points.
Right. All right. I guess it's Lady Vancell and Marcelon's turn then.
It is, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry. So she addresses the group, and with you hear a bit of panic begin to seep into her voice before she.
Oh, this is the I talk shit and I run away.
before she just says,
Isn't she? Oh, she's not force caged.
No.
She says, "It was most foolish of me to underestimate you, but this isn't over." And she's gonna subtle cast plane shift.
I have detect magic up, so I'll counterspell.
I clarified active spells earlier, and this is exactly what I had in mind when I was doing that.
I can't even. I'm like nowhere near that.
You would have the big bad run away. What kind of big bad runs away?
One who didn't bring enough people with her. One who didn't think you guys were as strong as you actually were.
Well, she's just gonna bamf out, and we're just gonna look at this one guy, still terrified, in a cage under a sunbeam in a wall of fire. I'm like, bro, she just like straight up dipped on you.
Oh, he looks at her and he says, "No, my lady, you can't!"
Oh, she can.
As she disappears.
Word.
Bro, how is he still alive? Is what I want to know.
He's
getting
praying
hit
for death.
every
We know that.
Yes.
Someone please kill me. Get it over with.
Kill me, please. I want to die. That's such a good movie. Oh.
And she disappears. Lucas, you are up.
Good.
Was there a... No, you don't get an opportunity of attack.
I'm just gonna walk up to the guy in the cage, I guess, and be like, "Give me a reason to let you live. Information now, or you're gonna be gone, out of wiped out. No matter how long you lived, your existence ends in the next few seconds."
Just what do you want to know?
Where did she go? Where would she go?
Your DM needs to check his notes.
That is a great question, sir. Hang on.
1 second. I got a metagame.
No, I know where she... The Lumen Light Everdepths! Surrounding luminaries, there's a cave in the lake.
Alright. Take my hand. Reach for the cage. Take my hand. I'll get you out. Nah. See ya. And then I moonwalk backwards.
Hey. Perfect. Yeah. Should have chose the right side.
Go.
Think of where we are. Why would anyone tell the truth? Anyone in here tell the truth.
And that's I'm just gonna let this dude burn, man. So unless there's something else that there's gonna happen here, he's just gonna go.
Can I form a slave pact with him?
How many slaves do you need, my guy?
It's a legitimate question.
So I'm willing to attempt to work with.
I've just been watching Shield Hero too much.
It's a big stretch.
I just watched the new episode last night.
Why would Anand know how to forge a devilish pact?
That's a relevant point there. I was kind of wondering, like, hey, can we do a devil pact here? Like, can we find someone here in hell that
if you can give me a really, really, really good answer to that question, I'll consider it. Why would Anand know how to do that?
Can we find someone here in hell that could make that pact? Like
because my shield told me how.
It did it though.
I've been talking to the shield for months.
He hasn't really talked to you until, and he didn't really even talk to you now.
You know what we talk about when we're in bed.
I do because I'm the DM. I decide what you talk about.
Like we've been having good conversations, and then whenever we bought this, I was like, yo, how do we do that? And
you've been putting a very special polish on your shield.
Yeah. Oh, I've been buffing him good.
So I need an answer to that question. Why would Anand know how to form a devilish pact? A devilish contract, as the proper word.
Is it arcane related?
Oh!
Technically so, but it's not like it's even.
Studied?
it's not even like it's an art form that's just spread around. I'm like, you pretty
So
much gotta
he
be
would
from there or know
know-
someone who is to have any idea how to form a
Identify.
contract like that.
Have we had anybody? Hey,
You have to
Lucas,
know how
do
to
you
make it.
form a contract?
Well, yeah,
Or did you know what
how to
it
do
looks
one
like?
of these?
I've been a
like
part of one.
slave?
I mean, I don't know if I know necessarily how to. I guess I do if I've been a part of
I mean,
it.
could you help me like make this work if he agrees to get out of here?
Well, here's the thing. He's roasting under something, and he's trapped in a cage. Even if he agrees, he's literally, as we're talking, radiant damage.
You know, that's
Radiant
a very
damage.
good point. I'm
Radiant
guessing
damage.
right now you can see him burning alive. He has
Turn-
mere seconds left to live.
Turn it off. I'll cast a wall of force above the force cage.
You can't turn off Wall of Force.
What?
You can't turn off a force cage. It just lasts until it's gone.
No, that's not what I mean. I said I cast a wall of force above the force cage, so anything that's pressing down runs into the wall and doesn't hit him just for a minute. I'm just holding it there so he's not taking.
So you're casting Wall of Force? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that is what he said.
Above the cage.
Then you lose concentration on Wall of Fire. You okay with that?
I'm not concentrating on it. The shield is, but
that's right.
Yeah,
but
I'm not concentrating.
Casting that Wall of Force isn't going to stop the Wall of Fire.
Yeah, but he don't take damage till the end of his turn, and I can shield.
You are spending enough time doing this that I'm considering this to be a out of combat interaction.
How
many
NPCs do y'all want following us around? I don't even know if we can fit everybody in the car.
I'm giving him a chance to live. I think it's merciful.
I mean, we are trying to, work with.
By the way, I'm not even worried about that anymore. I'm checking on my car.
Marte, you have 10 seconds to tell me whether you're turning the Wall of Fire or not, or he dies from the fire.
Yeah, I'll turn it off. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind. What's he gonna do? Kill us all? Hey, buddy. You get to live under one condition. Indentured servitude. For a small time. Act and all. You know the deal.
And what would that entail?
Being an indentured servant.
And what would keep me from simply saying yes and running off as soon as we arrive back at the prime material?
You would die if you disobey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, unless you just want to die, I mean, we can kill you. I'll move the thingy.
He chuckles and says, "Get me out of here." Sure, why not?
Oh, that's not convincing at all. Even a non wouldn't fall for that. Like, come on. Oh, hey, Voss.
Yes, sir. What are you thinking?
I think he's trying to deceive me, but my charisma is low.
He says,
what do you think,
before we discuss matters further, how about you get me out of this cage?
That's not how force cages work.
Well, I do know they can be destroyed.
No. I just want. Hold on. Oh crap! I can't say that. My kids are still awake.
Can I?
Never mind.
Are we just gonna kill him? Because you think he's deceiving, or can I do an insight check here?
Roll insight, and depending on what you say, it'll dictate my next course of action.
Okay. Where's my insight?
Hey, Lucas.
Hmm?
Was there some reason that this would not work on him?
I mean, I've seen this go down, but I've never done it before. I don't really know all the details. I I guess I gotta roll to really know
It starts
how that
with
works.
and a need of
Your
labor.
insight's pretty good. I didn't know you had that kind of bonus to your insight. So, Voss, he's doing his best to put up a front of pretending that he's not afraid and doing his best to seem like in this conversation that he is not in the absolutely exorbitantly bad situation of disadvantage that he's in right now. But you see it in his body language. Despite the fact that he's doing his best to speak with a modicum of confidence, his hands are shaking. There's a slight quiver to his voice. All of his motivations, every single action he has, is 100% guided by fear in the current moment, whether he wants you to believe it or not. He is doing his best, but you see through it. He would say anything he needs to save his own skin in this moment.
All right, so let me talk to him. Let me talk to him.
All right, you do it.
All right, so you know that if you try to betray us or go back on your bargain, we can track you down in any plane, anywhere, any continent, doesn't matter. We'll hunt you down and kill you just because we're adventurers that don't have anything else pressing to do, and we'll do it for shits and giggles.
Yes.
Got it? Do we have an understanding?
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh, yes, I will. I will do that. Where's my intimidation?
Yeah. With advantage. Oh. Yes.
So we have to calculate that. So instead of rolling it twice, just click the little advantage button. But that still works.
That's what I'm doing wrong. My bad.
But that's a 27.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty intimidating for a skinny guy.
So he, almost in defeat, he tucks his head, and when he says this, you hear a hint of anger in his voice as he, through gritted teeth and a tight jaw, spits out, "Fine."
All right, I guess we can work with that.
Manageable.
All right. How do we do the ritual?
Oh, we're doing a legit ritual?
Or whatever it takes to enslave this guy. Gavin, Lucas is AFK, so you have to instruct us.
Oh, I really kind of don't want to.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
So
I
do you
don't.
not want us to take this guy or no?
Well, no, it's not that. I want you guys to do whatever it is that you can manage to do. But the reason why I don't want to help is because I want to make you have to do this legitimately. I want to make you figure this out on your own on how to make this happen. I don't want to help. So, with that, we're going to take a 5-minute break so I can run to the restroom, and we'll be back and see if you guys can figure this out.
Okay.
Sean should be back. He's just reheating pizza.
Okay. All right. So, he needs to make a pact with a god, right? Or an entity, and then it has to be one of the conditions that he serves us, right? Is that how it works?
Sounds close. Something like that?
Like, do we need to carve it into his forehead with a knife or something?
Oh, I have a rapier.
I mean,
Options.
Could do that. Stick it through
I'm
the.
saying this with him in earshot, by the way.
All right. There, Lucas is.
Yeah, I told you he'd be back as soon as the pizza.
Alright. So, you want to make a deal with the devil. Or devilish deal.
We want to make it work. Gavin said he will not help, so we've got 5 minutes to figure it out. Does he have to become a sorcerer? Not a sorcerer. He's a sorcerer now, right?
Yeah, well, he's some kind. Well, to do that, you have to be a powerful enough entity that you give them power. To make a deal, typically you have to make something in a devil's name to make a devil deal. So I don't know how that works because you're not really an agent or affiliate or anything of Asmodeus or anybody else. So, like, for Lucas, or for me, mine's done through Bell, and you have to have some type of item, anything. It can be a contract, it can be a cursed item, like my cursed doll that I carry in my bag, that if I squeeze it, vomits blood, but then it tells the stipulations of the contract.
Specific.
Who could I call that could enforce this for us?
Zariel. That's where we're headed. That's probably the closest person. Oh, you know who would know?
Oh.
Mahadin. He's with us because he's taking us to the thing. He literally did.
Oh, yeah.
He did Ungans. And he's in the car. He just got knocked unconscious when the car flipped.
Okay. So we can ask him. I pull some smelling salts out of my bag.
Motherfucker's gonna wake up is what he's gonna do.
I am so not awake. Ugh. One kid's on the couch. One kid's in the kitchen. Wife is not here. Oh. You know, I think I'm probably just gonna kill him and take his items. This is getting too complicated.
Right? Way too much work.
Well, that's why. How much more do you guys want to like? What are you guys going to get out of this guy? Because now it's just one more NPC
to travel in the party with us. Yeah, I want to set up like a gold farm. I want him to go. I want to send him on missions and stuff. Like, go do this and report back.
Even then, that's a mess.
Need any more people in the party.
Yeah. You want something like that? You got Anastasia, whatever her face is. Just go send her off to go do whatever you want.
I suppose. But she hasn't been conditioned enough yet to be let out of her sight. There's too much will left there. We've got to break it. Have you seen the most recent episode of Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yeah, I think so.
The one with Nanami? The whole thing that's been going on where he's fighting, like, the chick is fighting the blonde ponytail guy, and he's beating her up. And then you saw Nanami come in there and just, like, snatch him up by his hair.
Yeah.
It was quality.
It's when you get that itch you need to be scratched for a long time, and it finally does. Because that dude was just an annoying guy. Like, wasn't all that strong, just annoying. And then all of a sudden...
punched to next week.
Mm-hmm.
It was beautiful. Let him cook.
All right.
Welcome
Is everybody
back? Yeah.
I never left, my friend.
All right. So, let me ask you guys if you can figure out how to forge a fiendish contract.
Which time?
Well, do we need to, like, make a check or something?
We could just ask the dude in the car. The guy that's with us, that's currently, like, passed out a little bit.
I thought we gave up on that.
Right. Aren't we just supposed to shank the guy and get it over with?
We got other things to do. I mean, I'm just saying, how much time are we wanting to spend on this guy?
Too much work.
I'm like, I talked to the guy one more time. I'm like, hey, we're going to let you out of here, okay? And we'll work this out. Is that fair?
He begrudgingly says, fine, just let me out. Doesn't even want to, like, make eye contact with you.
I'm going to step back, and I'm going to drop
Makes
my
killing you a lot
wall
easier.
force, and I'm going to watch him burn. And as he's burning, I'm going to say,
oh, you're not letting him out?
We're gonna let you out after you're dead.
Wow, that is some bad shit right there.
I was already thinking of a name. I'd already named him.
Stipulation.
That's so wrong.
And as this happens, I'm gonna look over at Andrea and be like, and that is what happens when we don't comply.
She looks at you and just says, is that really...
We didn't say speak.
Yo, you know she literally can't disobey you.
I know, that's what's awesome about it.
I knew we were traveling to different planes. I didn't realize we were traveling through time back to the 1950s.
I know.
I'm thinking a bit further back than that.
Smidge, let's keep going.
Of the storage space.
Anyway,
Hi, it's Finch.
I'm checking out the car.
So he screamed. Yeah. So once he's dead, we'll get to the car. So he screams as he continues to burn alive, and the last thing you hear him say is, "My name was Trask." And he's gone because your DM had already named him, thinking you were going to take him with you.
Aw, that's too bad.
No one asked.
So what items did he leave behind?
Well, hold on. Nick's been waiting patiently. So let's...
I'm going to shoot a fireball at that car.
So their car or your car?
Both.
Whatever car Nick
Your
likes
car
the
is
most.
totaled. They still have their vehicle that they brought along with them, though. Which is slightly bigger than the one that you were in. It's more of like an armored transport vehicle. Well, you were in more of like a cruiser.
Semantics.
But I mean, it's basically a more mobile tank, like a tank without a cannon, pretty much. It's just like an armored transport vehicle.
So you jacking up a second tank?
Oh, it's Hummers.
Well, it's not really a tank. It's more of just like a van on steroids. But
yeah,
We call it Hummers.
I just scrap out of whatever the last vehicle we had. I just
SWAT
find whatever
response
scraps I
team.
can from that, and then I'm like, all right, this thing should be easy to drive enough. Let's hop in, guys.
yeah,
Figure
give
it out.
me a tinkering check.
That's intelligence, right? Or
Yes.
It's walking around pulling levers. What does it do?
fucking 1.
You add proficiency to it, but yeah, that doesn't make that. That makes it an
Still in
8.
that one.
This guy hits the eject button by accident.
So
Well, I'm more of, like,
Yes.
rummaging through the scraps of the other car. I'm not even driving the other one.
I know, but with the vehicle that you wrecked, with a roll like that, this is what happens. So you go up to the vehicle and you start trying to salvage whatever pieces you can. And as you're in the inside of the vehicle, leaning inside, you're trying to figure out how to get like this center panel off to maybe take out some of the circuitry, and you accidentally press a button and engage the thrusters on this vehicle. Now it's completely turned upside down, and you manage to pull your head out long enough, but you notice as just these big jet streams shoot out of the back of this vehicle as wheels up, it scrapes along the ground at like Mach 1 as it careens off a cliff into a volcano.
Wait, is it the guy inside of it?
You got them out of it just in time.
Okay. That would have been perfect.
I figured he would have been out of it when it crashed.
Yeah, no, I even mentioned whenever it crashed that they were conscious long enough to crawl out of the vehicle.
Go.
All right, well,
But
let's go take a look at this vehicle. And I go to the armored vehicle. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, it should be easy enough.
you're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen?
Just gonna.
Yeah.
On to the next.
I mean,
What-
like,
Whatever button you just pushed, don't do that again.
Like,
I
not,
meant to do that, guys.
not a
Don't worry about
volcano.
that. Yeah, don't worry about that. I meant to do that, guys.
Let's take it out of the trash.
Hard nat 1. Good gracious.
Just
So
recycle
I
it.
guess I need to do a. Alright, do I need to do a?
Yeah, do a tinkering check. Well, no, this would be a vehicle
thought it was
handling
a
check actually.
Vehicle
But
handling, yeah.
yeah, this would be vehicle
Vehicle
handling
handling, okay.
since
I
I
don't
mean it
even
is
know
a
what that
vehicle,
is.
but it's so that is the higher of the two between dexterity or intelligence.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, okay.
For you, that's gonna be dexterity.
You-
Yeah,
Dexterity? Okay. You want a dexterity check?
just the means of which you figure it out is gonna be different, but end result's gonna be the same.
So do I do a dexterity ability check, or do I roll a dexterity
Ability check,
dexterity save?
and if you have an ability check, well, I guess technically it'd be the same.
Yeah.
It's just ability add proficiency.
That's a 20.
Yeah, and so I mean, when you sit down in the driver's seat, you know, there's a couple of person learning to drive kind of moments where it hit the brakes a little too hard, juts forward, hits the brakes a little too hard, and you're like, oh, that's how this works. And after that, it's smooth sailing. You that's all you needed to figure out how to drive this thing.
Cool. Alright, guys, let's go. We're out this bitch.
Let's do it.
Andreja says to you, she's like, you're not gonna do with this what you did with the other one, are you?
No, I was getting rid of evidence there. Gosh. that was
Right,
I meant
sure.
to do that.
So, to touch base with Bonanza, did these spellcaster dudes drop anything of interest?
Yes.
So let me take a look
Detect
at.
Magico.
Sticking out your gyat for. Never mind. Sorry. You just reminded me of something else. So, let me look at their NPC sheet, and I can tell you.
Let him cook.
Oh, hey Voss, did you want to play as a Song of Rest? I thought you mentioned that before.
Yes. And actually, let me go look and see how big my Song of Rest is, because it should be pretty big.
Giggity.
Okay, that's kind of
Giggity.
interesting. So you do
Song of
find. I'm not sure if you're gonna want it or not, but you find some. You find some interesting boots with sort of this spider kind of design, like spider web design across these boots. You have seen those with an arcane background. You have seen these before. These are slippers of spider climbing.
Do they require attunement?
Yes, unfortunately.
But we can fly.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what he's got on him. You can take him or leave him. You can always just sell them if you want to just do that.
If no one takes them, I take them and I'll sell them.
Well, I can just put them in with the rest. I've been holding on to all the magical stuff we're not using. Yeah, unless you just want to hold on to them, by all means.
It don't matter.
I'll-
Just figure it out amongst yourselves so that way you guys don't.
I'll put it in my inventory. If anybody wants them, take them.
Okay.
Slippers of spider climb.
All right. So, when you get back on the road, sorry, I'm lighting another incense. Mahadi speaks in a rather frustrated tone, and he says, "Well, that cost us some time. We'll have to act quick. Here's the plan. At least hopefully this goes according to plan. When the Iron Citadel lands by Kochki's Maw, the distraction that I intend to make will be Kochki himself. I would suggest staying out of his way. This will, of course, draw the attention of the horde of Arinyes surrounding the citadel, which should make a clear path for you to enter. However, our deal does not extend to once you enter the citadel. After that point, you are on your own. But at least I can get you in. Any questions?
Lots, but we don't have time. Let's go.
Oh, just wait for your opening. You'll see it. Stand back and watch when we arrive.
Alright, well, let's go. Yeah.
So, cresting over the horizon, you see this large artificial pit that's been sculpted and dug into the hellish landscape. A series of inclines that jut downwards into it, and a pillar, one at each, kind of directly across from each other. 4 pillars total across this circular pit, with an enchanted chain that all extends down into the center of the pit. Inside of this pit, you are close enough to where you can see about a 30-foot tall giant, solid white, covered in spikes and horns, and he's just shouting, "Bring back my hammer!" And now this pit also seems to be surrounded by bone devils, as bone devils tend to act as sort of sentries and a lot of, well, structures within. They're essentially the guards of Avernus. So anytime you need like petty guard duty, it's usually a bone devil that you're gonna see. These are white spiked creatures that literally look like winged skeletons, essentially, with long angular heads, empty eye sockets that just seems to have a sinister red glow. They look almost more like undead than they do fiends, though of course you know they indeed are fiends. Yes, that would be Kochki. Now, just wait for the right moment. I assure you, your time will come, but your opportunity will be brief. Farewell. And you have nothing but your contract to assure that he is going to fulfill his end of the bargain. But you know how binding those contracts are, so...
So we just driving straight to the town?
This isn't a town. This is in the middle of nowhere. It's a hole dug in the ground.
Right, but we're waiting for the flying city to come down. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. And it is not there yet.
Short rest.
Well,
You would have had time to rest on the way there. I doubt you got enough time to rest before that thing gets there, though. You're running behind schedule.
Well, he was playing a song of rest, so...
Oh, yeah, you could have done that in the car. That's what I'm saying.
See ya.
You still had a bit of a distance that you had to drive just to get over here. So you would have had time for that on the way.
So how much do we heal on a song of rest?
Harold?
I didn't hear what he said.
I didn't know.
Healing does he get?
Yeah, what does the song of rest do?
It's a 1d10 plus whatever you use for your short rest. Like the Song of Rest goes with your short rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha,
so you
gotcha.
roll your own hit dice and then add a d10 to the total that you heal back.
3d10 of extra healing to a short rest.
So we had a
3d10?
Oh, sorry. It's a It's a d10. It's a free. I mean, it should have been free.
Oh, free
D10.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's your hit dice plus whatever hit dice you use plus an extra d10.
So we had time to get a short rest, though, is what I'm also making sure of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You would have had about an hour. So.
Put in the same 1d10.
I'm fully healed.
10. So I need.
Can you do an inspiring speech again?
Yeah, if we're in the car for 10 minutes, so sure.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I just want to say we really made that one vampire piss his pants. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it's the radiant that's going on or what was happening there, but we are a fearsome fighting force with all these fiends, so go get them. And everybody gets a bunch of temporary hit points.
That was so inspiring. Everybody feels like a badass.
I'm overly inspired. I'll be right back. I gotta put the kids to bed.
All right.
So what did I miss?
So fight's over. The chick, when she only had like not a whole lot of hit points left, she had like 90 hit points left. Just teleported away and said. However, she did leave. She did abandon one vampire and left him behind. He revealed that she has a lair inside of a cave within the Lumenlight Ever depths, surrounding the Falthansian capital of Luminarius. It's basically just a giant lake that this capital city is built on an island in the center of. You'd be familiar with it. You've probably been there, I would think.
So basically, after Bond did a shit ton of damage there, she vamped out. I got 2 critical hits on her.
You're going to want to click
In one
that
turn.
over there.
In one turn.
What says the HD with that one die right there? Double click on that. You're going to do it a couple times.
So now they are at
And
Kochki's
again.
Maw, which is holding a demon. A demon lord is being held prisoner there.
And again.
And Mahadi, as per your contract with him,
And
in exchange for your servitude to
Go into
Asmodeus,
like camps
has
or
agreed to create
until
a
you're under
version
10.
to get you inside of the Iron Citadel safely.
And then just
However,
take
he has
off.
clarified
That's a good number
his
too.
protection does not extend to once you are inside. His only job is to get you
There it
in
is.
there. He can't guarantee that Zariel won't kill you.
Alright, so how many temporary hit points do I give? Was it like 21?
Freaking dumb bitch because she has weapons that I want.
What, Zariel?
No.
Oh,
A vampire.
I was about to
chick.
say, if you're talking Zariel, I think you should.
No, I want the other chick. Because she has weapons that I want.
I think you should attack Zariel on sight.
Yeah, not really.
And die instantly.
I truly don't care about Zariel or anything of that nature.
Should tell her that.
So your little plus your charisma.
I will. I won't care. Like, don't give a fuck about you or your freaking path or whatever the hell you plan on walking on.
Good.
Doesn't fucking bother me.
Good.
I'm just here because I just got us here because that's what the party needed us to do. Other than that, I don't care about her.
As Darth Vader says, when someone says they're not afraid of him, then you will die braver than most.
I mean, that's fine. I'll die braver than most.
Not the younglings.
Yes, the young ladies.
Hey.
Again,
So,
die.
real quick, to clarify, Anad and Julius already have temporary hit points, so those don't stack.
No, they do not.
So, Lucas, Voss, Ungar,
When you get
Neston.
temporary hit points from 2 sources or from stacking sources, you only take the higher number, not
Okay.
the combined total.
So, everybody but Anad, Julius, and Azrael get 21 hit points. 21 temporary hit points.
Get 21, you said?
Yeah.
Why would Anand and Julius not get it? Oh, you're just not choosing to give it to them.
No, because they've already got temporary hit points and it doesn't stack.
Okay. And there's nothing that says that only like a limited number of creatures can benefit from your temporary hit points?
It is, but because we have so many, I'm not giving it to the people that already have temporary hit points.
Well, no, I get that. I'm saying after you use that again, the previous temporary hit points would still stay? According to
Yes.
the way it reads?
Yes.
Okay.
It just says you spend 10 minutes. When you do so, up to 600 creatures, creature can't gain temporary hit points from this feat again until it's finished a short or long rest, which we just did short rest.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah. No limit. I can just keep on keeping on. Give yourself 21 temporary hit points.
21.
Yep.
So, some about, we'll say from the time you arrive, it's not that long. About 20 minutes elapses before suddenly you notice a storm cloud drifting in, and that's strange. I mean, you see clouds, but they're normally like clouds of sulfur that you would see in the Nine Hells. This appears to just be a regular storm cloud with lightning erupting from it and a little bit of light rainfall, and it hovers over Kochki's Maw when suddenly these lightning bolts erupt out of this cloud, each one striking the end of one of these chains that's holding this titanic demon in place. When suddenly he just shouts and rises up because he was stuck in like a crouched position and just roars, "I am free!" As he grabs these chains, two of them, begins using them as a weapon as he's just swatting Arenyez's out of the sky, sending their mangled corpses hurtling to the ground as this legion of these fallen angels descends upon him. In the scene of mayhem, the bone devils descend, and he is just making a mess out of all of them. In that moment, you see this over the horizon, this floating castle come into view, and it's moving quick. As carried with it is another legion of these fallen angels, as it's almost like the castle is speeding up to keep pace with them, and they descend. And it's like ants on a praying mantis at this point, as you just see this colossal giant literally crawling. You can barely even see his actual body with these fallen angels as the citadel lands in front of you.
Go, 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 go! Let's hit the fucking button. You hit the floor and let it go.
Do you hit said button?
Yeah, I hit said button and we launched, baby.
So, as you're careening towards the citadel, there's a hill, and it's almost like this was placed here perfectly. Like, couldn't have been better in an action movie. As you're approaching this hill, and you're going like 180, 200 miles an hour at this point, approaching this hill. As you reach off the top, and your vehicle even just starts rotating a little bit. And for a little bit, for those of you inside the vehicle, it's like you're in anti-gravity as you're just floating through the air. You feel yourselves lift off your seats. And as you finish the rotation and hit the ground with a very sudden thud as you struggle to maintain control of the vehicle, give me a vehicle handling check.
Okay. Oh yeah, Bond's eating this shit up. He's having fun. Yeah, we're gonna use a luck point.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that'll work.
That's better. I was gonna have you literally just roll, but okay. So you feel two of the wheels beginning to lift off the ground as you're drifting sideways, as you force the steering wheel over as the wheels slam back to the ground, lifting everybody else off of their seat. And you skid to a stop, just barely clearing the fortress walls, finding yourself in a courtyard with what appears to be a fountain of blood in the middle of it.
Romantic.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sweating, that was fucking awesome.
Everybody else is like upside down in their seats.
I'm just like.
I just unbuckle my seatbelt and pull.
I would like someone to throw up.
Can we not do that again?
Have I ever been driving a car before?
You've been in a vehicle before, but no vehicle ever moving like that.
Yeah, I'm getting out of the vehicle.
Roll for C-spine damage.
Roll Constitution check to see if you even hold it, keep it in.
you notice that Bond, he gets out and he's walking like normal, but some of you guys, I mean, you're a little dizzy, struggling to keep your balance a little bit. And you look back at the wall that you just cleared and see a portion of the stone at the top of the wall that you literally chipped off and shattered through as you were making that jump over it.
Well, I'm pretty sure if they didn't know we were coming, they might have an idea that we're coming. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
So you see what appears to be like a black carpet across this like sun-scorched stone pathway. This is a very large court, and it almost looks like a castle in front of you, kind of on the smaller side, but spires jutting up in every direction, and almost with a cathedral-like appearance, with the ground floor having a large section that juts off towards you, almost like Gothic-style architecture.
That seems like if there was a fallen angel running the show, that would probably be the best bet.
Is there like a doorway to go through?
There is, and there are some surrounding buildings too, if you just wanted to be like D&D people and, go off the beaten path. But, I mean, you can tell where she probably is.
I will go with the probably.
But there are some, like, surrounding barracks and stuff like that too, and, if you want to play this game like Baldur's Gate.
Just out of curiosity, I mean, is there anybody in this vicinity around, anything like that saw us come in?
Pretty much occupied with the raging giant.
I don't know.
Yeah, then
going through the front door, right?
That seems to be the case.
So great. Bond kind of Bond's like, all right, let's go. Bond walks through the front door with his rifle, with his rifle basically, on his side. Shit, I don't know about y'all, but that was a fucking grand entrance right there. Y'all might have to fix that wall or two.
Well done. Well done. How bad up into the tank? Is it pretty fucked up now after we flew 200 miles an hour?
Armor plating, so you've got some pretty bad scrapes on the bottom of it. Beyond that, I mean, you feel like the thing could still probably run.
Damn, that's infernal engineering for you.
Through the front door, freaking shield out, halberd slung over my shoulder.
We are on a diplomatic mission. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Technically, it's diplomacy is what we're going for.
This is as diplomatic as you're gonna get from me.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll I guess start making our way through the big Gothic doors.
All right. As you approach, you see what, for a moment, you don't recognize it as a person, as you just see black feathers, almost like in two mounds, when as you approach, they extend outwards. You're looking at about a 30-foot wingspan across the entirety of her body. These wings are massive. As she turns to you, and what you see before you is a pale-faced female individual, bald head, and a flaming halo around the top of her head. She appears to be wearing medium armor, and she is missing her left hand, with instead a chain flail dragging across the ground from the stump of her left arm. Resting across her right shoulder is this large frosted hammer. She says to all of you, but prompted by the fact that by how Hungan is presenting himself, she says, "Never before has one so confidently and full of faith marched willingly towards their own demise."
Well, Asmodeus isn't done with me yet.
Why are you here?
We come bearing gifts.
Would you like shiny things?
That doesn't answer my question.
Sure.
What interest do you have in presenting me with such gifts? Why are you here?
I'm trying to. I'll be honest. The whole entrance here was a little extreme. Awesome, but extreme. Unfortunately, you don't really make it accessible. I assume you don't get too many girls who have cookies. Look, we came a long ways, to try and bring you something that you'd been missing. So, before we get into any kind of altercation, would you be willing to at least hear us out?
I mean, she
what
hasn't
do you
smoked you
have
yet.
to gain by being here? That is the first question you must answer. One does not walk into the depths of hell without having their own motivations to do so.
Sure. We're in need of allies, and I'm in need of fulfilling a contract. Thought this would be a good way to try and talk to you. We could help you out. Maybe we can gain favor.
Scratchy back thing.
Nice weather down here.
By the way, I really like this whole place. Let's put this.
Oh, but of course. And I'm going to salute. And then throw my axe back over my friggin' halberd back over my shoulder. And it's more of a half-par salute.
Continue with what you were saying, Arcane Touched.
Thank you. Look, I've gone a long ways, traveled good ways, gone through a bunch of different hurdles just to try and get here to bring you something that honestly belongs to you.
Scratch back.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm not reaching for my back. That's where my broom is, by the way. That's not where that goes. And I'll reach into my satchel, which has my bag of holding, and I will pull out the sword of Zariel.
Her demeanor immediately intensifies as she looks at you and says, "How dare you stand before me with such an accursed relic?"
Well, it's not.
As she begins massaging her weapon.
Isn't this your weapon?
The angel who that weapon belonged to is dead.
But isn't it a powerful weapon that you could use?
Do not pretend to understand that is beyond you. No. I cannot utilize such a relic. That relic is tainted by the heavens. I represent purity, perfection, all the power that represents the hells. I represent true supremacy, a divine force that keeps the planes in check. And you would present such an artifact to me.
I mean, you're talking about wanting to be a powerful warrior, and I'm bringing you a powerful weapon. I'm not following the track of logic.
Surely you're powerful enough that you could, whatever taint of heavens is on the weapon, you could expunge and then be able to use it properly or give it to one of your generals.
Oh, I certainly could.
Power.
Destroy it.
I think it's okay to eBay now.
Weapon with a thought. I need you to tell me why I should not.
Look, you want to be powerful?
A valuable weapon.
Opening bid.
You know how hard this thing was to get?
It's like $1 million. Higher, maybe?
All the deals we had to get this weapon so that we could talk to you?
She holds out her hand and says, "Sure. Present the weapon to me."
Look, I take a step towards her, just one step with the hilt out. You can't tell me that there's no part of you, any part of you, that is still curious what it would be like if you could actually hold this, wield it, control it, and make people bend to your will. I understand he also has the ability to just destroy it. So before you make an impulsive decision, maybe see if this is actually something that can you wield again?
Make a persuasion check. There's going to be a few of those through this, by the way. This isn't going to come down to just one success.
Okay.
I'll give him a bardic inspiration too for when he needs it.
All right. Let's do that thing then.
I'm just gonna pat his back.
Do I get advantage? We've been having a multitude of people talking, or is it just straight?
Yeah.
This is the persuasive argument you have made is the reason why this is a straight roll and not with disadvantage.
All right, let's go. Yeah, 18. We roll with 18. Starting off. It'll get better.
You could use your bardic inspiration.
Not yet. Time's coming.
Okay.
Save it for that nat one.
Oh, I got.
She thinks for a second and says, what is reason without strength? What is motivation? What is drive? What is purpose without the power to fulfill your goals? What is meaning? What is there if not strength? After all, the one who is most powerful, the truly superior warrior, whether they are right or not by the universe's judgment, it is their might that will stand. It is their will that will be done. I say this because for me to consider any of your reason, for me to consider any of your worth, for me to consider any of your words to hold value, I must see your strength. Now, there's a few ways that I could gauge that. We could do battle here and now. Of course, my demons who are present would assist me, but after all, you have the advantage of numbers. You could pick a champion to do battle with me one-on-one, or perhaps the easiest of the options, you could slay my nemesis, the demon who has eluded me where all else have fallen.
So different.
What will you choose? Because your words mean nothing to me without the power to assert your goals.
I mean,
Gosh, she's needy.
You all want a champion, and you all want to go that route.
Well, I feel like taking on her champion is probably the way to go. I don't really want to kill Zariel.
Oh no, I am the champion that you would face. You would
That's
be
fine.
choosing somebody to face me in one-on-one combat.
Oh, I thought there was somebody else that she was saying we would go fight.
Yeah.
No, you would be
That's
picking a
their
champion
nemesis.
to battle her. But there was someone
Yeah.
else. Yeah, that was one of the options. She has a
Huh.
demon that she really wants dead, is
Right.
what she was saying.
Well, that sounds like
Yeah,
a
who,
better
who
option.
dat?
Right?
Like, who do we need to kill? Who do I need
Let's
to
do
murder?
that.
Who dat? Who dat?
Oh, are you sure? I was hoping you would select a champion.
Well, to be honest, I'm trying to work with you, and I don't really feel if it's a situation where either you die or very likely we die would work out either way. That seems like a bit of a lose-lose scenario.
Now, only one of us would die. Would be the
Yes,
champion.
only one of you.
Okay, stop trying to shit talk the person that could beat you into a pulp right now. Please.
I agree with that.
I don't care.
I care because I'm standing next to you, okay?
Yeah, but again, she's only asking to kill one of us.
Thanks
Just
for
If
volunteering.
you are able to... If you were able
I
to
think we should.
knock me unconscious, I would go along with anything that you wanted to.
Just knock you unconscious.
I think
Sure.
we're better in numbers.
You're flirting now.
I think I could take her, but I don't really want to.
Again, I think I could take her as well.
I think I
Sounds
could
like
take
you've made
you.
a choice.
That's
I mean,
kind of.
I think we should let him try.
Is this a comparison of who can take what? You need to calm down.
I was like,
Tell you what,
getting awkward,
let
guys.
me- if you take my challenge and choose a champion to face me in one-on-one combat, if I slay them and they lose, sure, their soul will be forfeit, but you may then select one of the other two options. All you lose is one of your comrades.
Hey, does it count
Where's
if my
Big
soul
Pappy
is
at?
already forfeits?
Right? Does
You would
Where's Big Pappy?
be reborn as a Lemure on the front lines of the Blood War.
Again, my soul already belongs to.
You do not wish to be a Lemure, let me assure you of that.
Well,
But by all
that's my
means.
Can we
Google
just
that
do
later.
the other option?
Yeah, I feel like we're pretty in good group consensus to go deal the enemy of my enemy hopefully can be my friend. So let's go kill your enemy and make him our enemy. And then maybe we can discuss this further.
Can we go kill the other vampire bitch first?
The mark that I would have for you, should you take that bargain, is the demon lord Yanogu, the lord of the Knolls.
But do you happen to know, like, if he's nearby?
Last I heard, he was camped by the river Styx near the front lines. I did not say that the task would be easy.
All right, let's say we go deal with him. Can we at least be able to come back here without, you know, this? I mean, we can just go put another hole in your wall if you want to.
I will alert my fallen to permit your entry into the Citadel.
Alright, so how do you want proof? Do you want its head? Do you want its
Head.
toes?
Are you a toe girl? You a head girl?
Right? Like, what's your thing? I don't.
She doesn't seem amused. She says, "Bring me his head."
Anything you want to, look, I understand this is a trial, but any information you would like to share with us about this guy, so maybe it would help us help you?
He has a Balor companion that he travels with. Never leaves his
Nice.
side.
Good.
Yes, I am asking you to slay a demon lord in addition to a Balor, and who knows whatever forces he may be accompanied by in his entourage. But I can at least guarantee the Balor will be there.
Yeah, we're really not worried about that.
Yeah, you're a bunch of nose.
All right, well, if you can kind of point us in that direction, anything else you might be able to help us get there to expedite the process?
Sticks.
No, she says very frankly. You know what? That's unfair. Let me let you get. I'll give you the chance to make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Have a thing.
She prints out a bad
Where were you
quest.
keeping that at?
He teleports us
I told you I was waiting, guys. I knew the next one was going to be coming.
They just had it there.
All right, let me see what I can
Like,
get.
when you hit the big chicken, you've gone too far. Have a nice day.
Well, while she does that, I'm going to turn to Ungan and the Hollyphant, and I'm just going to be like, unless we really need her here, maybe let's just leave the elephant. Maybe they can, like, talk about some old school days and maybe bring her down a bit so she's not on such a bitch trip.
For the reminder, because at this point, Lulu, she presents herself and says, "Zariel, what happened to you? You were so righteous. You were so, well, good. Now you are nothing but the embodiment of cruelty. I want my friend back." She turns to her and says, "I am all that stands between the armies of Demogorgon from razing your cities and burning your worlds. I am all that stands in the way of the lower planes descending into lawlessness."
I'm gonna go put my hand on Lulu's head.
Go.
This is not the time. She's not well yet.
She says, "Now, elephant, out of my sight. The Zariel that you know is gone. I am the champion of justice."
We got you.
Yeah, the elephant's just flat out crying at this point.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna pick the elephant up and like walk out the room. Like, pick her up, put her on my shield, and just walk out.
So she does say to you, "Yanogu is immune to poison. He carries a rather potent bite. I'd suggest you avoid it."
Got it.
Got it.
Most useful thing she said all day.
Lighter.
To wherever the sticks are.
Well,
Light cake.
on that note, it's been fun. I look forward to doing this again, maybe
I'm
over
already walking
tea.
away.
And we will see you after we slay a demon lord.
And with that, she says, I eagerly await the news of your demise. As she turns around and kneels back in the same position that she was in when you entered. Her body completely obscured.
Girl's gotta get a hobby.
As we walk out, is there like anything, just like a random thing, just like a candlestick or something?
Like a badminton.
Wait, I thought she was gonna help us get to the person quicker.
No, she's just giving us some tips about him.
Yeah, okay.
2 river sticks.
Can we go kill the vampire first?
Sticks.
No,
Plot
Another
line.
dimension.
it's a whole nother thing.
Plot line.
It's a whole nother day.
I don't even think we can have the ability to go there yet.
Anywho, let's go back in the car and just, I guess, just drive off the city so that we can get to this place.
At this point, at this point, you're able to just drive through the, the gate. So.
Damn it, we can't fly off the city again? Shit.
Hey, Brandon, question. So I know which one to grab. What type of damage did your arc scepter do?
You built the special one.
I know I did. I'm just trying to remember what type of damage it does. It was necrotic, right?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly 100% which we said we were going to make it do, because I know we were talking about necrotic and fire and all kinds of other shit.
I think I found it. Yeah, I found it.
And the shield, too.
Yeah, I gotcha. It's just basically just a deployable shield, but it has the same AC as a great shield, but it's deployable, and so that's kind of cool.
And it gave me fire resistance.
Yeah, I remember that. All right, so it is the necrotized reaching bladed arc scepter. You see it in your inventory.
Yep, I see it.
So, and I'll do the shield later, but it doesn't do anything to your AC differently, and you've got the resistance to fire. So, all right. So as you leave the Citadel, the only real direction that you have is that Yonogu is camped by the River Styx near the front lines. So, do what you will. With your knowledge of the Hells, you would know which way to go, Lucas. You, however, would also know that, it might not be smooth sailing the whole way there. It's hell. It's hostile.
I guess, yeah, we're just trying to get there in the quickest, yet least eventful way. I don't know. We got Carson Fiero still with us, so maybe he knows his way around.
He knows his way around. With that being said, you do know that... So, I'm trying to look at something here. Looking at my notes. I am actually glad, because normally I'm pretty bad about notes, but I am actually glad that I took notes for this thing, because I would be lost without it. So, there's a couple things en route to there. For starters, you've got... Well, you know that one thing is it would only be a very small detour to go to where your fiance is. So you do know that. That is somewhat on the way. Another thing that you would be aware of is the fact that in between where you are now, you would have to make a detour to avoid Tiamat's lair, because Tiamat also resides in the realm of Avernus, and you probably would not want an encounter with her.
I want to see Tiamat.
You just want to go see Tiamat?
No. Not really. She would probably eat me. I'm a freaking emerald dragonborn.
Tiamat is over all the chromatic dragons, but I mean,
he'd be like, "Hey, girl, hey."
I'm just setting the scene, telling you what would be on the way for you to
Again,
possibly be.
Me and you, Gavin, have already had that discussion. Tiamat would probably try to eat me.
We have mentioned it. I'm just letting you do what you want to do with that information. I'm not telling you what to do, just painting the picture.
To be honest, unless there's just anything that really says, hey, let's detour, we're trying to do this because, I mean, I don't know when we're going to really get a chance to rest, so I don't know how much I want to get involved with other things and just wear down our resources before we fight a fucking demon lord.
Yeah, I'd like a long rest.
That's going to be hard to come by here. You're welcome to try.
Well, Nesta has Lehman's tiny hut if we wanted to do that. So, heads up.
Tiny hut. I'm down to.
Is that what you're wanting to do?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how well that's going to go in hell, but yeah, we can give it a go. We can see if there's a spot we can park the car and just try and hide it away and take 8 hours in Lehman's tiny hut.
All right, if that's what you want to do.
Unless I hear anybody opposed to that,
I agree.
then yes, we will try and find somewhere to park the vehicle out of sight and do that.
Okay. So you managed to find a canyon, a very narrow canyon, tucked away in the side of a mountain. If you can ignore, the choking spouts of brimstone and sulfur erupting from the ground, which isn't immediately harmful to your health, but does make it a little bit difficult to breathe, you can make your way through this canyon and hide the vehicle away best you can, and set up and try to set up your hut.
Yes.
All right. So you cast Lehman's tiny hut, and I guess you're going to take a long rest. Are you guys going to set up a watch system? Are you going to... And who's taking, first, second, third, all that kind of stuff?
I'll go and ritually cast Alarm, down the strips around us.
Well, Julius can take first watch if we have to do watches.
That's up to you, whether you want to keep watch or not. I was just asking if that's something you wanted to do.
Yeah, we should probably keep watch.
What, is it going to make a difference? Are we going to stop resting to deal with something?
No. We'll get a full rest. I mean, no, if something does happen, we won't get a full rest. But if something ends up happening, we won't get surprised attacked.
Are you guys worried about being attacked?
Yeah.
I mean, this is hell.
I can cast Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Ooh.
It's extra dimensional. We can take a long rest in it. Lasts for 24 hours.
Oh, that's way more comfortable than the Lehman's tiny hut.
Yeah, we're doing
I
that.
think I'll be able to stretch my legs a little bit in that as opposed to the hut.
It's a freaking mansion. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that. I feel like that is a bit more beneficial.
Yeah.
Does your mansion
50 cubes?
Does your mansion have a garage to move the car in?
That would be helpful.
It has 50 cubes of space.
The entrance has a 5-foot wide and 10-foot tall door. That is the only entrance.
We'd have to leave the vehicle outside or cast shrink on it. Not enlarge, but the other one on it.
Reduce.
Yeah. Reduce.
If anybody has that available.
Non does.
Yeah, Non has reduced. So we could reduce the car and we could just take it into Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, and we'd be an extra...
Are you guys still connected to Fantasy Grounds? Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind, it just started working for me again.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick a nice little spot and summon in my mansion. Takes me 1 minute.
Oh, that's pretty good. He's like, I don't think. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get.
Yeah,
a mansion.
we do that.
Of the tiny hut now.
I mean, it's. I took this as one of my
We
level 7
graduated.
spells because I
Bro.
like to live in luxury. I'm not taking.
Why
I'm
don't
not
we
sleeping on a
cast
mat.
tiny hut on the car and leave it outside?
You just cast reduce on the car, and then we take it inside.
Fine, we'll reduce the car.
Fine.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have
Let's
like
make a matchbox out of it.
Full 5-course meal, servants, everything.
Yes,
It's the benefit of having a bard in your group is this kind of stuff.
Okay, so you cast the spell. Who's taking watch, and when are you doing it? Or are you even doing a watch?
I don't think we can't. We're in another dimension, so we can't keep watch.
It's completely safe. Only people in are ones allowed in. It's only creatures that I designate can get into this extra-dimensional space. Also, while it's closed, it's invisible. And there's tons of servants all over the place they can keep watch. Invisible servants.
Where does it say when it's closed it's invisible? I see where it says the entrance shimmers faintly and is 5 feet wide and 10 feet tall.
It's in the first paragraph near the bottom where it says, while closed, the portal is invisible.
Ah, I see. Okay.
As soon as I get everyone in, I shut the door. No one's going to find
it. That's awesome.
I mean, I sacrificed one of my level 7 spells to be able to do this. So.
You're getting a long
you're
rest.
also about to get a long rest.
Yeah. I mean, one of my slots, like learning a level 7 spell, I chose this one.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
But it's so worth it.
Oh, yeah.
In this scenario, this is extremely worth it.
I figured that for a high-end campaign like this, we're going to be like going to hell and shit like that. And it's like, yeah, we just long rest wherever we want.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So, as Gavin tries to figure out how to negate this from happening.
Oh, I'm loving it.
What did I tell you? Like, it doesn't really matter. Every fight we do, we get to just take a long rest afterward anyway. You're like, well, no, you won't. Like, well. So, while we're just going to take advantage of this entire thing, I will continue to do so. Since we know this guy does poison stuff, I'm going to take a potion of watchful rest. And I will spend the next 8 hours making potions of poison resistance.
So what he's saying is he's gonna pull a bond.
Yes. Learn from the best.
Once I found this potion, I was like, and we had a potion maker in the team, I was like, hell yes.
Literally.
Because I carry my alchemy set with me. It's a tiny little cube I unfold.
Makes sense.
How many do I have left of those?
Okay. So, you settle in for your rest. And you all are sound asleep.
I'm
the lap of luxury.
I'm doing lab stuff.
That's right. You're doing lab stuff. So, give me a perception check. Just you. Everybody else is asleep.
Oh man, I'm terrible at these. Hard 8.
It occurs to you, just with enough time to spare, that your Rakshasa is not present.
He hasn't been.
Thought you brought him with you.
No, he made the distraction and then he was bamped off. That was the last we saw him.
Crap. Okay.
You thought you had us.
Also, I would have to basically let him in, and I wouldn't necessarily have done that.
All right, so this is because you have the high-level spells that you're getting this. Because I had every intention of trying to sabotage this the best I could. Let me make some checks real quick, but
we know. Trust me.
I'm waiting on a miracle here, but we'll see.
That is exactly why I chose this spell. It's like it's just kind of foolproof.
Yeah, only way that somebody would pick up on that is if they had like detect magic or something, and even then they'd have to have a reason to be checking that exact spot. I mean, it's not literally foolproof, but it certainly has some safeguards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh, it's pretty safeguarded, yeah.
But not literally foolproof. Don't want you to get cocky. Or do.
And we have one person that's using a Watchful Rest. He's up the entire time. He's basically on a watch out. What does it say about that spell if it gets dispelled? If they cast Dispel Magic?
There's nothing that says you can't cast a spell magic on it.
Yeah, but what
to be able to
happens?
notice it, you all get ejected at where the entrance was. You appear in that space.
Yeah.
So how many? I'll take all the stuff out here, but a potion of poison resistance is uncommon, which typically takes 2 hours to make. So I can make 4 of them.
You could make 4, yeah.
Okay.
Does potion of poison resistance do anything else, or is it just resistance to poison damage?
You get resistance to poison damage for an hour. It doesn't make you immune to the poison condition if that's where you're going with.
Something like that.
No, I got something else for that. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Alchemy! You have to remember, I've been making shit for since the start of the campaign. There's still stuff I've made back in week 2 that I've just been holding on to.
Did I ever drink all 10 of my Watchful Rest potions?
I doubt it, because I made you more.
Drink them all right now, so you don't have to sleep for the next
10
days.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm saving those.
That's something I would do in real life. If I could have one potion from D&D, it would be a potion of Watchful Rest.
Seriously? Watchful Rest? You didn't do like a max power or something shit like that?
I can't cast spells as me, so
well,
no, I wouldn't.
Yeah. But what do you think a max power would do? Like, if it,
I just know I
if
could
it
sit
had
and
to
play
do...
video games all night and have 0 repercussions. That's
fair enough.
all right.
You wouldn't do haste?
That would be kind of cool, but no.
Or fly?
All right, maybe.
yeah. Let's go.
All right. So you wake up from a long rest.
Oh, do we now?
Unfortunately, you are haunted by nightmares and the hellish soundscape surrounding you, but in your nice, cozy little comfortable beds and your controlled.
Yeah, I summoned the white noise machine, so I don't hear any of that. It's very cozy. I listen to crickets.
It really helps to drown out the screams.
Yeah.
We can't hear that.
I'll just say you hear it through the front door, because the front door still exists.
Where did we put Andrea? Did we give her a room, or did she have to sleep on the couch?
In the middle.
Like Jack and Jill style? Or just at one of those California Kings?
You know, this has blue curacao in it. This has Malibu in it.
That sounds delightful.
And pineapple juice. Actually, that's literally all it is. It's blue curacao, pineapple juice, and Malibu. Anyway, so You sleep how you sleep. You know, and you do what you're gonna do. That's all I'm gonna say. And you wake up rested in the morning. Unfortunately, I really didn't want you to, but
we know.
you wake up
Would
rested
you
in the morning.
Would you well rest us, please?
Now you're just sure.
Being assholes now, huh?
Sure, why not? There, you were long rested, unfortunately. So you wake up in the morning and you have your rest, and you do whatever the fuck you were gonna do after you finish sleeping. I'm sure you have like a nice, lovely breakfast.
I want lox and bagels.
You'll have lox and bagels, my friend.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's got like a
Yeah.
good amount of cream cheese, plenty of everything seasoning, and some nice lox on top. Nova Scotian style.
It contains
like
sufficient
capers.
food to serve a 9-course banquet for up to 100 people. And you're served by 100 near-transparent servants that attend all who enter.
Yeah, so you got some nice Nova Scotian lox bagels. Not that Nova Scotia means anything to you.
Also, I decide the visual appearance of each of these servants and their attire.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
do
dear
it.
God.
Do it, please.
Dear
Please
God.
do it.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of French maids. Don't worry.
Yes.
Not that you even know what French is, but, you know.
Yeah. Do you want a picture of a French maid?
They all look like Rim. Every last one of them.
I'm okay with that. I mean, sorry, I mean, so I'm okay with that.
Quality.
You have your camera at least turned on, right, Marte?
Yes, I'm watching y'all.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Go ahead and emerge from your fucking mansion.
That is the thing, is that we have to emerge back into
Love the
hellscape.
salt in his voice.
Oh, that is the best
Bro,
spell.
go ahead and put some salt in that drink real quick and polish it off.
You know, the only other one that can learn that spell is a wizard.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have to use one of your lore bard things to get it, or is that just on the
No.
bard spell list?
No, it's only for bards and wizards.
Oh, cool. I mean, it makes sense for bards to get that. I mean, come on, living in the lap of luxury. I mean, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I can't see a wizard doing that with all the damage spells that they can have. And
I have so many spells. I might just get it. Like I have more than I
would
can
get it.
use.
Why would you get it? Why would you get it if he already has it?
Yeah. Well, he's saying
That
if
was
he
my
needed
point.
to, he would get it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you emerge from your mansion back into the hellish landscape, and you feel quite nice. Pretty sure you had a hot towel, some hot stones, maybe you had some cupping.
Hot something.
Yeah, something got cupped. All right. Oh, snap.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna be honest. We hit the cringe level once Gavin brought out the little figurine. All right, so let's just get it going for a bit.
Oh, with the figurine.
All right.
Quality.
Hey, so real quick, who's bad at dealing with poison?
Bad at it?
Yeah.
I'd say
Constitution-based,
a
right?
lot of us.
I've got a 16 in con, so
you,
I'm not
Molly.
great at it.
I mean, I got a plus 10 in
You
con.
become resistant to all damage, though.
Into it.
Yeah, when you're ready to resistant to all damage.
As you
I should have
emerge
derivative.
from this mansion, you suddenly realize maybe you shouldn't emerge from this mansion. As at the end of this canyon that you stationed your mansion at, the army that you, or I guess where he had been stationed at the edge of the river Styx, they're on the move. Enough time has elapsed that he is no longer at the location that you have been given. As you see at the end of this abyssal horde of demons marching in the thousands.
Oh, I'm
You're-
immediately
can't
summoning in my Pegasus.
Well,
Oh,
man,
wait, actually, I already had him summoned, and he doesn't get unsummoned. Never mind, I still have him.
depending on how salty Gavin wants to be about this, we just let them walk by, and then we're behind the enemy lines.
Yeah.
But what are the odds is going to be like, oh, but you know what? They had somebody that had like some detect magic up to like make sure there were no traps or something.
I'm not gonna be that metagamey.
Good.
I mean,
I'm
as long
gonna say just let's just help the DM out here a little bit. Let's just say we just get the fuck out of here because I feel like we kind of already robbed him of his. Real quick, though, who needs some help with poison? Who wants it? Who needs it? Who wants it?
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take one too. I'm pretty squishy.
Okay, so you guys are gonna get two things actually. You are gonna get one lasts for 8 hours, one only lasts for 1 hour. So take them at the appropriate times. So one of you get a potion of poison resistance, which makes you resistant to poison damage for an hour. And then where's the other thing I've got? There we go. Boom. Sticky root. Whenever you eat this for the next 8 hours, you have an advantage on saving throws against the effects of poison or toxic substances. I got.
Who are you giving that to?
Who wants them? I got 6 roots, 6 of the thicky roots, and 4 of the potions of poison. In fact, I had 3 potions of poison resist. So I'm going to have one for me.
So the thicky root is against the effects. That's more about the saving throw aspect, where the potion is more about just the straight up poison damage. So they are a little different, but they apply to a lot of the same things.
Take one of the tiki root.
So those 2 got one. I got 1 more potion of poison resist to go out.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you and a nod got it. Those were the 2 that went out. I got 1 more.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I guess if no one else will take it, I'll do.
All right, you got a potion of poison. Just go and put it in your. I just typed it out, so I can't do it in chat. And then I got 4 more of the thicky roots if anybody wants one.
These grow in the witch's forest, if I remember the lore behind them, right?
There's a couple different places you can find them. But yes, witch's forest is one. Still got 4 of the roots. Go once, going twice. Down. I eat a thicky root.
Okay, it lasts for 8 hours.
Yes.
Kind of a less need to micromanage that. But okay, so are you guys just gonna wait until the demonic horde passes? You did say, Voss, you were getting your Pegasus. Are you trying to get like a view? Are you trying to see as it passes by?
No, I had already summoned in my Pegasus, and it doesn't like disappear after 24 hours, so it's still like right there next to me.
No, I get that. I was just wondering what you were doing with the
I just
Pegasus.
wanted to make sure I had it out in case I needed to make a quick escape.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna make you make any checks here. I'm assuming you guys would just be going back into the mansion when you see that, or it would have been like the kind of thing where somebody opens the door and they're like, "Nope, not doing that."
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Nah,
okay,
I'm
back
just
inside,
gonna
everybody.
hide.
Back inside.
So after probably about an hour or so,
I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this army go by, but I'm gonna hide, so I can give them the all clear.
okay, so you're outside of the mansion, but you're hiding.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
I mean,
okay, yeah, I
dude,
can do
I'm
that
not
for
worried
you.
about you failing a stealth check, man. You've got like a plus 37 to stealth. I mean,
And I get advantage.
I just want to see how well you do. Even with a natural 4, you get a 19. I'm just gonna say for brevity, yeah, nobody sees you, dude.
And their passive perception is also halved, so.
Well, they take a -5 penalty to their passive perception.
-5. Yeah, that's
so they'd
right.
they'd have to have a passive perception of 24 to notice you, and I'm telling you, very few creatures in D&D have a passive perception that high. So, yeah, I mean, it would have taken probably a nat 1 or 2 for them to actually like see you with how good your stealth is.
Well, it dropped it. It dropped a nat 2. The
Well,
dropped a nat 2.
We would have come outside to find you eviscerated.
I mean, I will say there's definitely a part where like you get a little concerned because you see a Balor like stick his snout up into the air and look down this canyon before you hear this other demon say something in Abyssal that you don't understand as he turns and walks away. I don't believe you speak Abyssal, do you?
Give me 1 second.
Are you literally about to tell me you speak Abyssal?
I speak Abyssal.
I do not. No, sorry. If it was Draconic, I would.
You speak Abyssal?
I do.
I thought you just spoke. Wait, you speak Abyssal? Who doesn't speak Abyssal?
I do not. I just speak Draconic.
I thought you just spoke Infernal.
I learned Abyssal. Whenever I took one of the feats, I ended up picking up Abyssal.
And Ungan, you speak Abyssal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Languages I picked up when they gave me the option to pick a language for becoming a freaking Hell Knight.
Okay, then you hear this demon clearly say, "Onwards, comrade. We march for Coach Key."
Is Coach Key the one that we're supposed to kill?
No.
That was the giant that was stuck in the pit.
Oh, okay.
Now, do we know if the big guy running the show for the demons is here, like a part of them?
You know that Yonogu is there somewhere. He's probably somewhere near the front.
Oh man, that's awesome! Just let them charge in. They'll go into battle. They'll be fighting each other, and then we can pick off this guy at the end of it.
After a time, After a time, the army passes, and the sound of marching and demonic shouts fades from your perception.
Well, look, guys. Whatever it is we do here, we're gonna be awesome at it. And you can have some temporary hit points. There's no roll. It's just 6 people get 21 temporary hit points.
Oh, you don't make a roll to see how many temporary hit points people get?
No, it's my my level and my charisma modifier. So 15 plus 6.
Get that.
It's 6 people, so let me pick them up. Let me figure out who we got.
Okay.
Anat or Julius, pick one. Ungan, Bon, myself, and we'll say Voss. Oh, and Nesta would be number 6.
So Azrael does speak up, just voicing some concerns, and says, "Suppose when we arrive, this giant managed to deal with the horde of Arenyas that was attacking him. After all, he is a demon lord, and by allowing them to approach that, I seriously doubt that Zariel will stay in the same location and allow herself to just be raided by an army of demons. Would it not be simpler to deal with Yonogu prior to their arrival? Correct me if you think I'm wrong, and if you have some strategy, I am more than glad to hear it."
I just thought it would have been easier to, deal with him while they're in the middle of a combat with all of Zariel's defenses, as opposed to this guy while he has an entire army with him.
I suppose you may be right, but suppose they settle for camp. what if they were to do so and we find an opportunity to attack while he is separated? Or perhaps we can create our own diversion to lead him away. I'm just spitballing here. If you think that I'm off, or if you do not believe that it is worth considering, then by all means. But
I'm good with whatever.
Pretty high illusion maybe to do that or something.
Zariel's
I have
challenge
that.
is for dealing with the situation. She wants him dead no matter how we have to go about it. Now, how does a group as small as ours, relatively at least, take out a powerful demon lord in the midst of his entire legion of demonic troops? I do not believe we can. I believe we improvise. I believe we come up with another strategy to separate him. Now, as far as how we would go about that, I am simply suggesting the notion.
Yeah, but you didn't actually tell us anything, and that's why you didn't get temporary hit points.
He's confused by this arcane lingo that I guess he doesn't understand with temporary hit points.
Well, alright, boys. How do you want to separate that guy off from the main troop? We got some illusions, we got some distractions, we got a number of things we could probably do.
If
I could cast Earthquake, it would be perfect right
I don't mean to suggest that my means is the best one. I just feel like some more discussion at least would be warranted.
We got some. I'm pretty sure we have some people that can do illusionary magic. I can set off some explosions, blow some shit up.
I can do minor illusions. I can do a minor illusion.
He literally is gonna cast minor illusion in front of the demon lord.
I can do bigger. Well, I can do one bigger illusion.
I can prestidigitation.
I can actually get
I can also cast glibness on myself and just try to be charismatic and convince people to do what I want.
I mean, people in wartime, you know.
He says Yunoku is the creator of the entire Knoll race. What can we do with that?
You sound like you're baiting a hook that you want us to bite on. You could just go ahead and throw the whole reel in. What are you trying to go here?
So this is a metagame pitching here for a second. This is me trying to speak in character as a person without it sounding like the DM is trying to give you guys.
Yeah, we got that.
And I'm struggling in a way to do that without.
You might as well. I cast metagame. What are you trying to say? Because I'm not trying.
He says essentially Yunogu, he's basically just a big walking hyena. I mean, we all know what gnolls are. He created the race that is gnolls. There's a particular sound associated with gnolls that is associated with members of his kind. One could say a common language that perhaps only he can understand.
You mean the language of Knoll?
Yes. Does anybody have a means of speaking such a language?
I'm speaking Knollish?
If not, then I am out of ideas.
Does anybody have comprehend language or learn?
That would be more like tongues.
Tongues, yeah.
We're gonna take another long rest and prepare different spells.
Fair question. Let me look. I have so much crap. I have comprehend languages.
I kind of thought you did. Cast it on me though. I'm the charismatic one.
Well, that makes you be able to. That lets you be able to hear it and understand it. You're not going to be able to speak it. So if we're trying to like make a noise for him to like come to somebody that understands Knoll, that's not quite going to work.
Yeah, you can understand it, but.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Knollish. Andrea, do you speak that language?
Unfortunately, I do not.
Poop.
Ah, yes, the one time where you need a niche language.
Wait,
Right.
we can make her have whatever we want it to, so we can make her have that language.
Yes, we can give her null speech.
We haven't
I'm
decided that yet.
not gonna let you metagame it to that
Yeah,
that
that would
degree.
be
She
epic.
just happens to
That
know
would be
Knoll.
hilarious, though.
No, I'm not just gonna say she just happens to be able to speak the language of Knolls.
But she does.
Like, that would be great.
I don't know. Can we just straight
I
up?
give more suggestions as my NPC,
Can
just so he has something to say, but I'm not gonna give any more.
we just straight up Bugs Bunny cartoon this and just like have some like female dressed hyena out there, just like dangling out, like sticking a leg out?
I mean, I can make it my own.
That'd be perfect. That would be perfect.
I just don't know any distraction that's going to pull just him and not him and a bunch of his people, right?
She did say he has a Balor that accompanies him wherever he goes.
Yeah, even so, I'm trying to figure out how we get this guy. If he's literally walking in, my mindset, correct me if I'm wrong here, DM. I don't know what we've seen, but I would imagine he's marching with a troop. Like, he's got a entourage of people. It's not just him and the Balor.
But it's also not like they're 100% clustered up at every moment. I mean, there are squads that... I mean, so when an army marches, it's not always in one clustered group. Not necessarily, because, I mean, think about it. That would be a liability.
They're not British anymore.
I know that, but I mean, think about it. That would be a liability. There's spells that affect a wide that affect a wide area. So sometimes they scatter. So if somebody were to attack with some sort of force like that, it's smart to not keep everybody literally shoulder to shoulder at all times.
Dumb hyena people are, but throwing it out there, we have all the means to do this. We can have somebody look like a soldier of the army that like goes to give a message or something and says, "Oh, hey, you're needed over here for whatever reason. There's a missive or something going on," and I can make some big old magical distraction. I can make almost like wounded gnolls, busted winged Zariel, right for the opportunity, sounds, smells. I can do a whole special effects thing.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
You know what we could do if we draw them out? Can anybody cast darkness?
Yes.
Well, if everyone stays within 10 feet of me, you can all see in the magical darkness.
And Knowles can see in the magical darkness.
I'm pretty sure they can see in darkness.
Not in magical darkness. Magical darkness is different.
But my aura of Devil Sight allows me to have everybody within 10 feet of me be able to see 60
Do
feet
they have
through
Devil
dark
Sight?
magical. It's a freaking class feature.
Yeah, it is a class feature. It's a Oath of Hellfire feature.
Well, and we have a couple people that have the ability.
That Warlock feature, but as an aura.
In fact, Bond, you have blindside, so as long as you're close, you can. And Voss, you got a magic item that lets you be able to see a magical darkness to a degree way back when.
While you guys are brainstorming, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I'll still be able to hear you.
But yeah, someone could cast magical darkness and we could be covered. Just saying, it'd be a good idea.
I'm down.
I don't have the spell.
No, I can do the darkness. I was saying, Voss, you have an item that lets you see a magical darkness.
Yes, I do. I don't even need to be close to someone. I can just use that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the people that can't would have to be close to me.
Yes, I don't have to be one of the closest though. Is all I'm saying.
Well, it's not everybody is like a super up close melee fighter. It's not always best to be super group, but yeah, for the people that need to be apart. Okay. I don't know what I'm listening to there. Hey.
Whose background am I hearing?
Yeah.
That was me.
Hey. Hey, Voss. Do you have... Well, no, it probably needs to be something that can speak Infernal. Or Abyssal. I guess it'd probably be me, the best person that can lie.
I can speak in Abyssal,
Yeah,
and
yeah, but
I
you're...
have a 20 in Charisma.
My guy, you're literally a Hell Knight for the Devils. Like, you're the enemy for them.
This is true.
I don't know if it would work super well for you there.
Probably not.
Let me see.
If he's the only one that we're really worried about, oh wait, I can only cast
No,
it myself. Never mind.
well,
I was gonna cast it there.
This is what I'm saying is if there's somebody that can go and like tell whatever lie bullshit they need to get this guy to kind of venture away. I just got to figure out something to lie to him about, but I could probably do it. I could look like a bit of a gnoll, I guess, if I need to, and I will wrap my cape around me and I will change my form and I'll look like a gnoll.
Is that the what cape is it that lets you do that?
The cape of the something dragon.
Oh, the Mirage Dragon, that one.
Yes.
Dude, like you've got like 3 capes, man. Like, you are toasty. Speaking of that, I've been forgetting a thing. Everybody, give me a Constitution saving throw for the heat, unless you have resistance to extreme elements or fire damage.
Hey, I do.
Either of those things, you don't have to make the check.
I think I have advantage on Constitution checks.
Yay.
No.
No check.
Yeah, if you have like if you're a member of like a race that's like hardy and has advantage in like extreme environments, you wouldn't have to do it either.
Does Azrael? His last name's Blaze Mark. That's what I think it would be.
Where's my freaking? Oh, there it is. Oh, I rolled a 22. Let's go.
Azrael, you terrible son.
It's a nat 1.
Yeah, but he's a sun elf. Does that give him? I don't know.
No, they don't have advantage, or they don't have resistance to fire damage.
Alrighty.
They're just a type of high elf, so. And technically, I put Sun Elf in before I had done the whole Ancient Elf thing. Technically, he's an Ancient Elf. He just kind of looks like a Sun Elf.
Well, there you go. He's ancient, because they get that whole, I use ancient magic that nobody else can because magic is racist. And then he's resistant to fire. I don't know.
So, see, the funny thing was, like, a natural 2 would have been enough for him. The DC was only 10.
Well, then he'll use a luck point? I don't know what he has. Does he have luck? I don't know. Anyway.
If you rolled a 9 or lower, you take 1 level of exhaustion.
He will take 1 level of exhaustion, I guess. I don't think he has anything to be able to reroll that.
Bondi, I mean, you could use a luck point if you wanted to. I don't know if Nick hears me.
I have advantage on death saving throws and Constitution saving throws.
You do? Is that part of your rogue?
As part of tokens of the despair.
Of the departed? Okay, then give me one more. Yeah. Then give me one more roll. See if you can at least get a natural 9.
I'll do a natural 13 for you.
There you go. Alright. So the only one who takes a level of exhaustion is Azrael.
1 exhaustion. Okay.
Alright, so with that, you guys were talking about a plan.
Well, I can always cast always cast Compelled Duel on him.
Yeah, I'm afraid like if we do anything like that when he's near the group, we're gonna pull in a lot of people. We want to at least get him somewhat away. Once he's,
The best thing is I can be 30 feet away from him.
Yeah, 30 feet is still pretty close though. Like we're trying to pull him like a little bit away, so like as soon as we get in a battle, it's not like the rest of those people hear him. Once we pull him somewhat away, yeah.
So he's got a high AC, so if he does use Compelled Duel, that might actually work really well.
Yeah.
Like if he's really just focusing on if everything against us is at disadvantage, and all I can do is go against the guy with the 28 AC.
Yeah.
I just didn't know how much if we got up that close if we'd end up pulling anything else. But I mean, if that's you feel that's gonna work, then here we go.
And game plan wise, I mean, I realize that the DM hears all this, so but game plan wise, what I was planning on focusing on is casting slow on him and the rest of them.
How about I also just
So I do want to throw something out there for you guys before you think just casting one spell is going to pull him away. If he's this powerful demon lord, he's going to have legendary resistances. So you might cast a spell, he just resists, and now he knows we're there, and he can just say, "All right, all my people go after you."
That's true.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if we just tricked him into just saying, "Hey, just come over here, off to the side, even just a little bit," somewhere somewhat more isolated.
With legendary resistance, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Can that be at any range?
It's any save. Any save he wants to just succeed.
If he doesn't see me?
Yes.
Because I can be up to 120 feet away if I need to for this.
It's anything, and that's only if he fails the save to begin with, and we don't know what kind of high bonuses this dude would have. But yeah, any save, I just succeeded on the save.
If it's a null, I don't know if he's going to have a high wisdom.
If he's a lord, he's going to have a high wisdom.
Yeah, he's a demon lord. He's not just a knoll. He's the guy that created gnolls.
That's true. I don't know. I mean, we can try it. You never know. Maybe the deal would be nice and throw us a bone.
I don't think he's going to move to throw bones for us after everything we've been doing.
Yeah, not after what we've done to him this evening.
We've done some OP stuff. He's ready for murder time, is what I think.
So, I mean, what do you guys feel? Like, I've listed an option. We got Brandon's option. I mean, does anybody else have any other suggestions?
We could
throw all
do
those
what
darts to the board and see what sticks.
I mean, because if I do compelled duel and we get him to us, then you could cast darkness, and then we could just beat the shit out of him.
I can also cast slow on all of them, like anyone around.
Well, he could cast slow on everybody else. Let the freaking demon lord come beat the shit out of me. Let me be the tank.
Sure, that's once we get the fight going. What is the plan to initiate?
I stand freaking 90 feet away and freaking compelled duel.
All right, you're 90 feet away. You cast compelled duel, legendary resistance. Then what?
Then at that point, he's going to know that a spell's been cast on us. He's going to come after us anyways.
Right, and then it's not just him and the buddy, it's him and his army. Because they're getting ambushed.
We could just outright challenge him to a fight, the same amount of his men, the same amount of our guys.
Well, we can make it freaking, they're gnolls, right? Might equals right. Challenge. One of us can challenge him one-on-one. If we die, we'll die.
With honor.
I will die with honor, but I will challenge him to a might is right.
What about
Yes.
I have the ability to decide he fails one save. I can make it so I'm fully rested. So his legendary resistance won't mean anything because I'll decide that he fails.
You still use legendary resistance for that, man.
He'll beat it even if I decide he fails.
Mm-hmm. He's done it to you before. That if you because it's basically saying he failed the roll, but you can just choose to resist, and now it doesn't work. Now, I mean, doing that makes him burn legendary resistances. If he wants to do that, you might decide to save.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's if that doesn't work.
I think somebody's gonna have to be the bait. Somebody's gonna have to get, get baited.
Well, you know what?
And then take the brunt of it.
Or distract him.
What about diplomacy? Like, kind of go with the distraction. Like, hey, like the old, hey, you, I'm your worst enemy. You poo-poo face, I challenge you to a duel. And then when he steps away, we jump him.
Well, that's what I was trying to do, except it's just like, hey, there's an urgent message for you over here. I don't know. Literally, whatever.
Oh, come on, let's just do something. No,
if I challenge him to a might is right and compel duel him and tell him that his men to stay, me and him to go do our fight, then I'll bring him closer to y'all and we'll freaking jump him then. We'll cast darkness and just jump him then.
Why would he agree to that?
We don't. Why not? It's a might is right.
But he'll have him play it. Okay. And he says, all right, I got my entire army here to make sure that this is like going to be legit. Oh, you guys jumped him. Then my entire army is now in this.
Well, we don't want the whole army there, that's for sure.
I understand that. No matter what we do, we're probably going to get fucked in the end.
No, we're not.
That's not how campaigns work. There is always a way to accomplish it.
Oh.
There's gotta be.
It seems like you're very locked in on this. You want to have a 1v1 fight.
He wants to fight a god.
So I still can't hear you because I'm just talking through it like this. Am I good, or you need some more time?
We hadn't even made a decision of anything. No progress has been made.
Unfortunately.
Again, I can't hear anything you're saying.
Alright, why don't we just roll up there? We'll just kind of make it up as we go. No plan is the plan.
I think, yeah, go with the compelled duel. Let's not talk to him. Let's literally fight. Let's do it. Let's go.
Sure.
Done.
You know what? At this point, I'm just curious to see what would happen. So who knows? Let's just play it out.
Time to die, boys.
Give it a thumbs up.
All right. I assume you guys have some sort of maniacal plan.
I don't know about
Hey,
maniacal,
not
but
at
we have
all.
some sort of beginning of a plan.
Okay.
Hey, Lucas, do you have another one of those advantage potions?
Yeah. It only lasts for an hour though, so.
Yeah, I said don't care. I just need one.
Cool. Yeah, I think I have 2.
I'll just take one.
I try my best not to metagame as a DM whenever you guys have a strategy that you come up with, but there's only so much, I can subconsciously avoid. So if you ever want me to just take the headset off, just tell me to take it off.
We got this.
It's not gonna.
You ready?
Not gonna make a difference.
How far are they away?
A few hundred feet from you. If you are, for starters, how are you?
Put eyes on the person that we're trying to do
How are you
to.
keeping up with this army? Are you waiting until you see them stop to rest, or are you just trailing behind them and hoping they don't notice you?
We can stop waiting for them to rest.
We activate the cloaking device on the tank.
I'm sorry, what now?
It doesn't have a cloaking device? What the fuck kind of tank is this? Jesus.
Yeah, no. Well, probably it's probably better just to wait for them to stop and rest.
All right. What sort of distance are you following from?
120 feet.
Give me some stealth checks to just see if you can maintain a small enough presence to not be noticed. Does everybody else agree with that? The 120 feet?
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, we can go further than that if y'all want to.
No more than me.
I can go 300 feet if y'all want it.
Look at the rogue rolling a natural 7 and still getting a 22.
Oh shoot, I forgot advantage. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't want to forget that.
Oh, there we go.
There you
Is that
go.
better for
All
you?
right. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, look at that. I got disadvantage and still got a 21.
Well, I'm not stealthy.
I'm just saying. The freaking one in plate armor.
Yeah, well, neither am I. So, there's that.
Should we do an average score? Because I feel like I'd be too.
I'm gonna screw the pooch.
There
here.
are disadvantages with numbers.
Oh no, I did that wrong.
Sometimes.
It has to be. I did the click it twice thing again.
Oh no, we'll just keep it. You had advantage, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep. Well, it's not. We're just gonna keep that 19.
Oh, no. Yeah.
We're just gonna keep that 19. So a 19 total. So as you are trailing behind Anand, how are you traveling? Also, like, I'm just curious.
Carpet, like always. I don't walk.
Okay. So as you're traveling behind this demonic army, and you're scouting in every direction to make sure you haven't been noticed, to make sure you're not about to walk into a trap, Anand, you're especially paying attention to the demonic forces in front of you. So much so that you run flat into a mound of rock and become ejected off of your magic carpet, face planting on the ground.
Roll a nat 1. Dadgummit. Okay.
You take just 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall. And after face planting onto the ground, you, as quickly as you can, attempt to hide behind this rock as you hear this Balor that's taking up the rear, and he says this to another kind of creature known as a...
Hey, Gavin. I went ahead and took that, when Lucas gave me that, I took that advantage person.
Okay. Known as a Sibriex, which a Sibriex is it's another type of demon. It's basically... It's... So... Let me try how to really... think of how to really explain the way this creature looks. It's kind of hard to come up... So, it's basically a fleshy mound with... it's easier just to show you. This Balor says to this creature, "Ika Rocket Nugget Logu, return Vitro," and
Okay,
points back behind
What does
him.
it actually say? Because remember, I speak Infernal.
Well, it would be Abyssal.
I speak Abyssal.
What he says is, "I heard something. Let's go investigate." As the Sibriex and this Balor break off from the main force and begin walking directly towards where you are hidden, Anand. The rest of you see this, and the rest of you were able to take cover. None of you have been noticed, but you all are keenly aware that a Balor and a Sibriex are slowly making their way towards the exact position that Anand is hidden.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just walk out.
You just walk out?
Yeah. I also look like an old soldier right now, and I've got a bottle of alcohol in my hand.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, do you say anything before I ask you to roll initiative? All right.
Down with Zariel, the bitch. But I say it all in Abyssal, because I speak Abyssal.
That's perfect.
Give me a... Let's see, would this be more performance and deception? You know what? Give me both. Give me a performance and a deception check. Let's see how you do on both of these, on different aspects of your presentation here.
Deception is a 23. Performance, I got a little something, but not a lot. Is a 10. All
right, so they believe what you're saying. They they think just some drunken Knoll soldier will have him disposed of after the coming battle. You imagine that's probably what they're thinking, but you're not really. You're
I
not
turn
really
and start
selling
just.
the drunk thing.
I just turn and start taking a whiz on a rock.
Yeah, I kind of already said that you're not really selling the drunk thing. I don't really want to.
Oh,
Backpedal on
God damn it! And I got piss all over me. Oh.
that. Yeah, I kind of already said you weren't really selling the drunk thing. They're kind of privy to the fact that you're faking being drunk. So they say to you, "Soldier, why do you put on this play? Back to the front lines."
Oh. Oh.
And they go to scurry you back to the front lines.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just kind of mosey on in there. Don't worry. As I just sort of, under my breath, say it, and that'll hear me. I'll scout to see where the guy is.
Okay. You make your way through the demonic forces, and something that you've been warned about that you don't really ever truly comprehend until you're in the presence of demons. They smell just awful as you're being led through this horde of demons. So you're bumping shoulders with some of them, and you just feel like you're just getting filthy walking through this horde of demons, seeing all sorts of hideous monstrosities, namely the Sibriex, which is this fleshy mound, I'm sure you've seen the picture, that's floating behind you, leading you towards wherever it is he's taking you to. As he rounds the corner and says, "Lord Yanogu, this one was a straggler. I have brought him back to your aid. I ask that you show this one no mercy, for his presentation betrayed the fact that he is a fool, not worthy of your legion, of your power, of your command." And he just, I'm going to spare it to you. Imagine the biggest cackle like a hyena laughing. He just cackles wildly and says, "You, come here. You see over there? We've captured a prisoner. Now, I need you to do me a favor. I want you to skin that one for me. You see, its hide could be tanned and sunned and made into nice battle armor for the moment that I stick a pike through the angel's skull."
Who's the prisoner?
As he cackles wildly and says, "Yes, a human."
Oh, I was talking to the DM. I don't know if I can see it.
Oh, now you see a prisoner. It's not anybody that you recognize. It's just a human, kind of olive skin, black hair, brown eyes. Looks like probably a Wuxian, but not any person that you recognize, not anybody who's ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He hands you a knife and says, "Have fun. I would do it myself, but I'm far too occupied. I have too many plans, and I'm sharpening my pike, you see." Her skull is quite thick. His voice becomes in a more serious tone for a moment.
Yeah, I'll just take the knife and just like drop it. Oh, sorry. There's, I don't know. It's a good time back there, man. I thought I was doing good, but the rest of them.
He's making an attack roll against you. Does a 24 hit?
Does a 24 hit? Oh, this guy.
No. Because all of a sudden you see 3 other Knoll soldiers pop up at the same fucking time. I have a contingency.
Oh, you do.
Okay, that's pretty smart.
Wow.
I acknowledge that. That's a good one.
By the way,
they're at a slow pace. They haven't stopped yet, but he's currently, he's surrounded on all sides by hundreds of demons. As he swings at you, he he hits one of your contingencies, and as he does so, leaves a giant crater in the ground. And he wasn't actually being hostile. He was just being a demon lord. This is the kind of shit they do. Whether he wanted to kill you or not, he wasn't thinking about it either way. He wanted to swing at you, so he did, and left a giant crater in the ground. And he says, huh, "Interesting trick. Pick the knife back up. Go do your job."
Point at the carpet.
How about we do...
Oh, get on the carpet.
Oh, man, we're going to try this. This is going to get real bad real quick, fellas. Real bad. How far is it to get out of sight of this thing?
It's like to get completely out of sight.
Yes.
I'd say 600-700 feet to get completely out of sight by this point. Best you can tell. I mean, they're surrounded by a horde of demons.
Well, I mean, I didn't walk that far off. That's why I was wondering, like, to even just get back to just being literally out of sight.
Just at the edge of the demons and getting to where you're surrounded by some kind of cover that would prevent line of sight. Is that what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah, I guess.
I mean, so you know how I said that oftentimes these demonic forces are really, it's just military strategy in general. You don't always cluster all of your forces together at once. So that way, if there's a surprise attack and somebody launches an explosive or just something, it's a weakness to have too many people clustered together at once. So it's in a far off group near the edge of formation where this human is literally being dragged along. Looks like she's been beaten within an inch of her life, and he wants to tan her hide and turn it into leather armor.
Yeah, I'm not really too worried about her. I'm trying to see something here. If I do, hold on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Let's piss him off. I'll walk on up over to the person.
Okay.
Are they in the cage?
Just shackles being led by a couple of Balor.
No, that's cool. I'll just grab their hand, take out the dagger, look back at this guy. Come catch us. And we're gone.
What did you do?
Dimension door.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I would say I was keeping up with where Lucas was at pace from the army. We're off to the side.
So, as you do this Yanogu screams. This ear-shattering, curdling scream that shakes the very land around you, causing dust to almost hover above the ground, making smoke and this layer that skewers your vision to a certain degree as he says, like, he screams in this high-pitched tone, "Find her! Pan out!"
That was high pitched.
And as he does so, yeah, the army disperses, leaving him surrounded by probably half a dozen demons as the army disperses everywhere. See, the thing is, Yunogu is very arrogant, and he does not like something that he has his eye on getting away. He wants this human found. He was already imagining how she would look as a pair of bracers.
Human bracers.
So he only has like a dozen people by him?
Let me look exactly. 4 creatures are by him. There is himself, a Sibriex, a Garistro, which pretty much just looks like a Minotaur, and a Balor.
How many feet is he away from us?
We'll say about 300 at this point. However, from Lucas, he is 500.
I didn't say I was going to full 500. At least no benefit for me to be farther away from the group.
We'll say you're about 100 feet off from him at the current moment.
Sick. I take a shot with William.
I'm going on the main freaking Lord. I am going to cast Compelled Duel.
I would have still liked to stay hidden, But I want to take a knot with
I
William.
get you. You can. So I have a question for you guys, and I am okay with either answer. You tell me. It is 10:45. Do we keep this going and knock out some of the fight, or do we save it for the next time? It's up to you.
Go ahead and get it kicked off. Yeah, because it takes us forever to actually like get into things when we first started. So
I say we do one round.
But
one round.
I'm casting compelled duel before anything starts.
So we'll go by surprise round standards. So you don't get a laundry, and I'm not saying this that you have, Brandon. I'm just saying this as a preface. You don't get a laundry list of things you can do. You got one thing you can do.
Yeah, I'm casting compel. I'm casting compelled duel.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that can be your one thing. Whatever. What about everybody else?
What all is around him?
So he's got 4 demons. Well, yeah, he's got 4 demons around him at the moment, plus him for a total of 5 creatures.
Okay, only one of them is a Balrog?
One of them, Balrog. No, you mean Balor. But basically a Balrog.
I know what I said.
One of them is a Balrog. Then he's got a Garistro, 2 Sibriexes, and then himself. Sibriexes being those big fleshy balls with a mouth, and I mean, I shared the picture with you. They look disgusting.
Azrael is going to just look at the Balor and be like, nope. And he goes to the box.
What's he doing?
Force Cage on the Balor.
He's casting Force Cage?
On the Balor. Let's take that out of the equation.
Okay. I hate that spell.
I know. I love having it back in campaign too.
Okay, so you cast the Force Cage, and is this the solid wall version? So I will say it is a huge creature. So it takes up, what is that? It's a 3x3 section, so 3x3 squares. It takes up being a huge creature.
If it's huge, I think I can't do the solid walls because that's how you can get an adult dragon in, but you can't do the. You have to do the cage. You can't do the solid wall.
Right. Okay. So yeah, it is a huge demon. Man, I got excited here for a second. I misread one of its statistics, but I read it wrong. Okay. So, anybody else? Anybody else got anything they want to drop? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, Neston.
Shooting him with
I
William.
do. No, I got the compelled duel and I got the William. I'm just
okay.
Yeah, I got that.
Do I get to cast anything? I feel like I kind of kicked that thing off.
Yeah, with you kicking that off, no, you're in the center of the action.
Dang, all right, Neston will do.
Because the action that triggers the surprise attack is part of the surprise attack. So
yeah, but I want to do all the things all the time.
Yeah, no, that's the way I rule it. The action that triggers the surprise attack is part of the surprise attack.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
What's up?
Can I put a slang bullet in William? I mean, it's any ammunition.
What does the slaying bullet do? Does it do like an extra D10?
It does an extra 6 D10.
I guess there's nothing that says you can't. Remember, you got to convince William to take the shot.
Yeah, I know. I've already have plans for this.
Actually, can I do a bonus action because it's my action to Dimension Door, and I know this was all happening. I just want to drink a potion. If you'll allow that, that's all I will.
I'll allow that. I'll also anybody who would have knowledge of the lower planes, I'll give you the chance to make a history check for some information that might be useful for you going on.
I guess that'd be me. It's almost an 18.
we have to have history in the lower planes, or do we
Well,
just have...
it's just if you're a character who has some kind of connection to the lower planes.
Oh,
It was really
no,
the
I
only
don't-
two I can think of would be Lucas and Ungan.
yeah, that's fine.
So, Ungan. I was gonna type it to you, but it's a lot, so I'll just say it. The Sibriexes is something to be very afraid of. While they're not completely overtly powerful, they have an ability that is literally an insta-kill for a creature. If you fail a saving throw against them, they can warp you into a fleshy ball and utterly annihilate you with a single attack. Do with that what you will. They're, among this entire group of enemies, they're arguably the most dangerous one of the group.
Which one is this?
The Sibriexes.
Oh.
Fleshy balls.
Yeah, that's what I put a force gauge around. Nah. And then, just to make this easy for Nesta, I guess, he would cast protection from evil and good on himself.
Okay.
I would say Molly would probably...
Oh, Molly's gonna rage. Yeah.
Yeah, and go and full movement, full blast. So, say like she would do that, and then whatever Anand would do and whatever Boss would do for their surprise. Hello?
Yeah, no,
I
I gotcha.
I mean, are we rolling
you do.
initiative, or are we just getting a free ability to throw out?
Getting a free round. This is a free round.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going
but you get to do one thing. Only one thing.
I'm going to cast slow on all of them that I can. The main guy, and then at least 5 of the others.
How many people can you cast slow on?
6.
And
Right?
what's
No,
the
Really?
distance
How
on
does
that?
it work for that many targets? That's just how the spell works?
You alter time around up to 6 creatures of your choice that are within a 40-foot cube within range, which is 120 feet. Each target makes a wisdom saving throw or will be affected by the spell for the duration. Their speed is half. They get a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it can't use reactions. It can only use an action or bonus action each turn. It's the opposite of haste.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Y'all want my action?
Yeah, you get to make one.
Okay. I'm gonna cast reverse gravity.
Don't forget to drink your potions.
Oh yeah, I'll do that too.
If you haven't done it, it's too late.
Oh, okay.
Oofarino.
I thought we were in a bonus round.
You get a bonus action. Well, not technically a bonus action. You get an action as a
Okay.
bonus. If that, not a bonus action.
Gotcha.
I said that wrong, but you get an action that you can take.
One thing you can do. One
thing. One shot. One opportunity.
You only get once in a
Go ahead,
lifetime.
Finish the
You
rest
better
of the
lose
round.
yourself in the music the moment you own it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let his spell go off before I do my thing.
Okay, so they do make additional saves at the end of their turns to break out of the slow. I see it. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and share a map to you guys.
Yeah. Are they gonna make those saves to that spell?
For my spell?
I'm gonna get the map set up first, and
I can't access the map.
I don't know why I did that. I gotta hold on.
I mean, if people have fire tokens on there, we can just double click our tokens.
Yeah, no, I get that. Why is that not working? I'll just pull it up like this. Oh, I see why it did that. Okay. Gotta rosterize the image or whatever it says. Here it is.
Where be the baddies? Where be us?
Alright, all you guys are kind of be a little grouped together, just so you know. I unlocked the tokens. You can move now.
Where's the baddies at?
They'll be on here in a second.
Why are we doing this? It's not smart. And then we ask the
Everybody go ahead and roll initiative for me. So I got your initiative on here.
It may not be smart, but it's fun. Right?
Oh, it's so low.
Oh wait, I didn't need to roll his. I just need to roll mine. 9, 21. Got to do my bonus roll.
Why must I always be at the bottom of the list? Hey, a nod. Either you or Julius, you get 21 temporary hit points. You get to pick one of them.
I'll give it to Julius since his HP is so low.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I get one too many. Azrael's. I don't really get no temporary points.
All right. So you cast Compelled Duel on Yanogu. That's a Wisdom save, right?
Yep.
Pull our ship back.
What'd you get?
I got a 20.
Oh,
Did you now?
did you know? Yeah.
All right, and so everybody else is. So I'm just gonna go down the list. Ungan, you did that. Anand, you cast what?
Reverse gravity.
Reverse gravity. Draw your area for that reverse gravity, with their positions being as they are now.
Alright. So reverse gravity is 50-foot radius. Draw our circulo. How big are those squares?
Every square in the game on every map will always be 5 feet.
5. Okay. So
That looks way too big.
that's 50. It's literally 50.
That's massive. You are gonna catch
That's
Ungan
what
in
she
that. Are
said.
you okay with that?
I mean, I'm gonna have to be. He's too close.
Oh, you can move it back
Well,
a little
yeah,
bit.
he could. I would say that Ungan would be able to move out of that, but
Like I can do here. I'll even just a little bit more. You want me to do that? Will that count, or will it? Yeah. Okay. There you go.
all right. So what kind of save do they make?
Let's see. For reverse gravity, it's a deck save.
Just to see, but either way, gravity is reversed. This is just to see if they can grab onto something to keep themselves
Yeah.
from floating to the top of it.
Yes. And it's 100 feet high.
It's a dex save. This isn't a strength.
No, it's a deck save. A creature can make a deck saving throw to grab onto a fixed object.
Broken ass spell. You know, I'm gonna say there's a couple of these creatures that's not gonna affect though.
Why?
Because if you can fly, does it really matter if gravity's reversed?
Well, what type of
Yes.
flight is it? Is it the fly magic or is it physical flight? Because physical flight would absolutely be affected by the gravity.
But then you could just fly against the gravity.
It's pulling you in the opposite direction.
It's just reversing the direction of gravity.
So instead of gravity pulling you down, it's pulling you this way. So you would have to fly down to resist the gravity. So you would be
Sure.
flying towards the ground.
So it would still affect them.
At the
would
I'll
be-
say
it still
I'll
would
say
affect.
upon the initial cast it would, but afterwards they could just
Okay.
fly to get out of it.
Okay.
The reason I'm saying that is you can clearly see these Sibriex things can fly.
Yeah.
Well, that's a horrible roll. So the Sibriex definitely gets affected by it at first. It looks
And
like
it
it's kind of
goes 100. It goes up 100 feet.
yes, I gotcha. Yeah, no, that's a failure from the Sibriex. And last but certainly not least, the Balor.
Isn't he in a cage?
Oh yeah, he is. So we just kind of be stuck at the ceiling of the cage. Okay, well, the Balor failed, but it really doesn't matter because he's stuck on the ground anyway. So the Garistro and both Sibriexes failed. The Sibriexes look like they get carried to the top of this, or bottom, whatever, to the apex of this reverse gravity, but they can fly. So you imagine that's not going to hold them for long. All right, moving on to the next.
Anand?
Oh yeah, and you have
Not
Julius go at the
Anand,
same time.
Julius.
Yeah, so Julius, what's Julius doing?
Julius is going. Where's Juju at? Julius is gonna fly over here. Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Oh yeah, and they all are kind
Lightning
of at.
bolt. Lightning bolt.
Yeah, it was a Robot Chicken reference.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna say the Balor is gonna have disadvantage on that because, like, how the hell would he move?
It's only 20, so it's not a big one, but it's a good start.
Yeah, Yanogu is holding on. I'm just gonna make the Sibriexes do it normally though, because it was only the initial surprise element of it that made them even fall in the first place. But it still rolled horribly. Yanogu, gonna say since he passed, he can kind of claw his way across the ground. I mean, he's got very long, sharp claws. Let's make a dex save for him. Dude, I am not rolling well.
Good.
I'm okay with that.
Sorry, I corrupted your dice.
I haven't rolled in the double digits for any of these guys. Okay, yeah, they all fail.
Yeah.
Let me. Yeah, roll your damage in the chat.
I already did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
It's only
However,
20 points of
it
damage.
does seem as though, especially the Balor, but all of them to a certain degree, just kind of shrug off the lightning.
Okay.
As you notice, the Balor has literal lightning crackling from one of his arms.
Yeah. Hey, that reverse gravity is a good way to start a game.
It is. A lot of broken spells. I mean, what?
Now the slow can go off, or if the slow hasn't gone off already.
Yeah, I'm changing the music real quick.
It's gotta be slow motion music.
Well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We're probably just gonna get through this surprise round.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah, we gotta go to bed. I do anyway.
Yeah, same.
So, all right.
Well, then screw the music.
I don't
So-
think so.
I am a good point. All right, so skipping Yanogu's first turn, it is on to Azariel.
Yo. Wait.
Yep, he did the force gauge. That was to the surprise round.
The
Yeah,
triggering
surprise
event.
round.
So yeah, Azariel is. So Voss.
And then where is Azrael?
Still
Using
gonna
this slow.
cast slow on the 4 of them.
Casting. Well, there's 5 of them.
5 of them. Sorry, yeah, all 5.
What kind of save do they make?
Wisdom saving throw. I'll double check it too. Slow. Where is that? 3rd level. Oh, there it is. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
All right, Sibri X2 fails. The Garistro succeeds. Yanogu. Fact for Yanogu, let me roll it one more time. Yeah, Yanogu succeeds. So far, only the second Sibri X has failed. Sibri X1 succeeds. Balor. So there's one failure. Sibri X2 failed. These are our rolls.
Jeez. All right.
I'm going to bed.
All right, man.
Yeah,
I mean, all you.
I'll
Yeah. I mean, what?
I think I'm the only one.
Since this is a surprise round, once your turn's over, you can go whenever you're ready.
All right. Good night.
So,
Yep.
all right.
Have a good night, guys.
Man,
See you guys.
I think I'm the only one left for the surprise round.
All right, Bon. I assume you're just gonna go pew pew.
I'm gonna go. I wish Anand was here, kinda.
Well,
He
he's
has some
already done his.
abilities that would help me. I know, but yet if well,
If
he has
there's something
abilities
if there's
that
something
help
you
me.
need, I can just use his ability for him and just be like, "Sorry, bro, you weren't here." So no
Okay.
worries about that.
So yeah, I'm gonna use William. I'm gonna use the potion of advantage to have advantage on the charisma.
Had you already drank the potion?
Yes, I told you
Okay.
I drank the person.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So ADV, and this is a surprise round, so I get advantage on my shot, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was considered hidden. Okay. Persuasion. Okay, come on, something good. Okay,
That was
11 will work.
almost. Did you see it barely roll off that
Yes.
20?
You roll a third
Yeah, I saw
time.
that.
It
No,
went from a
not with
20 to a 2.
Not with the persuasion.
Oh, I thought you rolled that. Gotcha.
I'm persuading my
He was
gun
rolling
to,
it, and the die had that 20 straight up for like it looked like it was gonna stay there, but then slowly tipped over to that 2.
That too, yeah. Okay, and then
Why did you make a persuasion check just now?
for William?
Oh, right, yeah, okay. Why did you have advantage on
Yeah.
that persuasion check? Because of the
Potion
potion
of
of advantage. That's right. Okay.
Yep, that's why I drank it, and then advantage on this.
What do you say to
attack.
William, just for effect?
Come on, boy. Come on, buddy. We got a big bad in our midst, and we need to get him down.
It has the little like anime like anger forehead symbol pop up on this little sliding reel
Yes,
on it
sir.
before it now give me an acrobatics check as it fires
Oh yeah.
to see if you can stay on your feet.
Yeah, it's not like I have expertise in that or anything. Oh, I didn't want to have that in advantage, but
Yeah, just do the straight. Just roll it one more time as a straight roll.
there we go. That's fine.
Okay.
20, yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
You kind of anime slide across the dirt back a couple feet, but you stay on your feet. This thing you feel it in your shoulder every time you every time you fire this thing though.
Oh yeah. I bet.
Yeah,
So,
roll damage.
Damn it! I wanted to make it a violent shot, but it's fine.
Yeah, too late for that. But you did already say I'll give you the bullet though, because you said you loaded a slaying bullet in it.
Yeah. Oh brother, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, a 30's gonna hit.
Okay.
See if you get a
No,
crit.
no,
A crit
no
of that would have
critical.
been just stupid, dude. That would just would have
Oh
been
my
dumb.
God, that'd have been crazy.
It's gonna happen one day. I have absolute faith that one day you're gonna crit
for
with William.
Sure. Hopefully. And it does say I get to make it any damage type I want, but I think I'm just gonna go piercing. Just go with the
Straight
good
piercing.
old piercing, yeah. So with William, do they make a no? They get every single bit of that damage, huh?
What do you mean?
With William,
Well, I mean, yeah, they. What do you mean they get every
Yeah.
single bit of the damage? What do you mean?
they don't have to make a save or anything like that. They get
Oh
every bit
no,
of
it
that.
just hits them like a weapon does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Oh my
son.
god.
Hey,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a. I'm gonna
don't
need a.
don't forget
a
you also get to put half of that on somebody within 5 feet of them.
Well, that wasn't a sneak attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now
well
roll
then,
your sneak attack
damn.
damage.
Hold on. He's got to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
For what?
The slaying bullet.
What does it do?
It's a Constitution saving throw. If a failure, it does 6d10 more piercing damage, but on a success, it does half.
Okay, so 3d10. He definitely succeeded.
Okay. So yeah, he takes half on that. So
This is a demon lord. He's gonna have some pretty crazy saving throws.
yeah.
What is 30 fucking 4?
34. Hey, you want to silvery barbs that? You want to
That,
silvery barbs
that ain't gonna do jack shit, you know it. If he's rolling 34s. Because what's the DC?
The DC is a 17.
Yeah, bro,
pretty high.
He's got at least a plus 14. Right? Because even at a nat 20, that makes 34. So even at a 1, he makes a 15. That's only if his thing is a plus 14.
Yeah. Well, he takes half of that, I guess.
So 29.
And I get to re-roll one of those piercing. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that 3.
Okay. So that turns it from 56 into 60. And then 89 points of damage. That's before you've done your sneak attack.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do sneak attack. Where did it go? Here's a sneak attack.
93 points of damage.
Only if I put that violent shot on there, damn.
93 points of damage from that shot.
But I wasted like a slaying bullet. The slaying bullet is 5,000 gold.
Yeah, but use it for exactly these moments. So I mean, it's not like it was wasted in the slightest.
No. How? I mean, I guess he's wounded, but dang.
I mean, if he wasn't a demon, he'd be dead. Looking at his physical appearance from this is not a condition that would be sustainable for life for any non-supernatural entity. He has a big hole in his stomach, and he's still moving and laughing like he's not wounded. A human would be dead, looking like he looks right now.
That would have been literally an assassination kill. It would have been gone. Yeah, and I guess
we'll even say that
damage...
shot could have gone through the head, and he's like missing part of his skull. But you see it just the wound starting to close and reform after the shot as he's just laughing maniacally.
I guess half of that damage can go on to the scribe or whatever the thing is.
Sibriax.
The big little Sibriax. Yeah, Sibriax.
So that's 7 points of damage to Sibriax 1.
Yeah.
All right.
And that'll be the surprise round for me.
Yeah, so I should have said this beforehand. I'm kind of changing the way I do surprise rounds, so they're still potent, but not quite as much as they used to. Instead of just running a whole last turn for the entirety of a round, you get one thing you can do. It can be an action, it can be a bonus action. If you make an attack, it's one attack, period. You get one thing for a surprise round and one thing only. That's the way I'm kind of changing it. I've seen a lot of DMs do it that way, and I think it's a good way of balancing it to where they're still effective, but not overly so.
Yeah. All right.
But even still, you did damn near 100 points of damage with your surprise.
Yeah.
So.
With the surprise round. Ew.
All right, it's now Neston's turn.
What was the thing she had? Where's the thing? Where is it?
I thought he did his surprise, didn't he, or no?
I think I might change it to something else.
He's done something in this.
Yeah.
Where is it? I saw it.
Take that sling bullet out of my inventory. Oh, I need so much. I need more of those. I need more of those sling bullets.
So I think it's funny for this session. I have one map that's just called, if I can get it to show up. The map is called, "If you see this map, you fucked up." That's the title of one of the maps that I made for this.
Is it the map if we just showed up in front of the army?
It's the map for if you fought Zariel. That's the name of that map.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The name of the map is just literally called, "If you see this map, you fucked up." That's the name of the map.
Brandon would have died. Oh my gosh.
You can ask Sean. I was literally telling him before this, like, I really hope Brandon challenges Zariel to a fight.
Oh, you know he would have. If we would have let him, you know he would have. And then we would have never got anything we wanted.
You know what?
Now, the question is: this RC rating like higher than our group? Like, is this gonna be?
I've thrown challenge ratings out the window a while ago just because of how imbalanced the party size is. I'm giving you things that are suitable for a group of 4 level 20s, but that's because you guys, there's so many of you guys that I can do that.
Yeah.
So technically, I mean, just Yanogu himself is a CR 25 monster. Not to mention the CR 18 Balor and the 2 CR 17 Sibriexes. So
I think we're gonna have some trouble with this one.
Maybe, but you got the surprise, which, as we've seen before, aka with a particular dragon fight, a surprise can make all the difference.
Well, we've had that. It's also a huge thing whenever we did the Yithker monsters or whatever they were.
Oh yeah, that too.
Okay, I'm changing what I was going to have to do with Neston. I don't have it on here. I know he has it. I think I accidentally deleted it from his character sheet because I was clicking on things without paying attention. He's going to cast a level 8 spell. Holy Aura.
Holy Aura. Okay. What does it do?
A number of things. So everybody in that circle has advantage on saving throws. Other creatures have disadvantage on all the attack rolls against them. And in addition, when a fiend or undead hits an affected creature with a melee attack or a flash of brilliant light, and the attacker must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the spell ends.
Until the spell ends?
Yeah.
So they don't get to make a save at the end of their turns if they fail that.
If they smack a dude within here, I don't know if these are fiends or undead, though. I think because they're all demons, right? Fiends are more devils.
Well, no, Fiends covers fucking demons, devils.
Alright, well, yeah. If they take a smack against anybody in the bubble, they gotta make a con save. If they fail, then they're blinded.
Like, I even forget what they're called, but the neutral evil fiends that are native to Hades, like, those count too. They're all fiends.
Wait, well, so is that like a sword attack, or is it any attack?
Melee attack. It says, in addition, when the fiend or undead hits an affected creature with a melee attack.
Okay.
So if they hit anybody in this bubble with a melee attack. Alright, that's it for Neston.
Alright. Skipping the Garistros turn, which is literally just a red Minotaur. Molly.
No, does the reverse gravity thing just keep going?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, then she is going to bonus action Bamf right here. And then she'll just take a couple swacks on this guy. Because she's got.
The Garistro is 100 feet in the air right now, I want to say. Oh no, the Garistro. Wait. I'm trying to see here.
You don't even know.
Well, I'm scrolling up to see. No, the Garistro failed. I found their original saves. The Garistro rolled a 13, so he's floating 100 feet in the air.
Well, there's no way that she can really back. Not without getting into the gravity thing herself.
I mean, she could do that and just float up there with him.
Yeah, I don't know if she really wants to do that. I don't think she has. I think she can throw at him without just losing the weapon. So I think Molly's just gonna kind of probably hang here and hold an action.
Yeah, I mean, she can just hold her action. You just let me know when she wants to do it.
Yeah.
That'll be, next game, obviously, but.
Yeah, she doesn't have anything that she can do. I mean, she's barbarian. So, yeah. All right.
So I'm just saying this for the purpose of record keeping, so I can keep track of it next session.
Hey, yeah, do it.
Cibriex number 2 is slowed. All the rest of them passed on the save, so only Cibriex number 2 is slowed. As far as with the anti-gravity, the reverse gravity, let me find those saves. Where are they at? Where are they at? Okay, so Yonogu succeeded on the reverse gravity. The other creatures failed. However, we have 2 flying creatures that, on their turn, can just fly against the reverse gravity or just keep flying up and get out of it. But the Garistro is suspended. On top of that, the Balor is stuck in a force cage. He would be in the air with them, but he's stuck at the ceiling of the cage instead. All right, the record has been kept. All I have to do is just watch the very last bit of the recording, and I can see everything I need to be up to speed. Lucas, your turn.
Well, I did my thing to trigger the whole thing, so.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
I used Dimension Door to get the fleeing person out, and I am resistant to poison damage now.
Indeed, you are.
Also, I have advantage against poison, so I've got all the poison stuff covered. Anyway, that.
All right. With that, it is top of the round. When we come back in 2 weeks, Ungan will be first, and you are now out of the surprise. They can take actions and react as normally now.
All right, cool.